I was not expecting that. Yeah, monks. Monkey monks, but not that kind of monkey. We make people fight over tiny differences. We think that one word is more than the other. Monks. Monks. Oh gosh. That's not quite the angle I wanted there. Let's turn down these monks, but we'll leave them in the background so they're still monking about. Goodness gracious, it's hot. As I said that, the thing changed. Welcome, hello, this is Thursday's stream. If you didn't know, and you were fairly new to the channel, and you were like, why isn't Rosie here every day? It's because I have what I call a French weekend. Except I also have an English weekend as well. Which is I don't stream on Wednesdays. Let's put these monks way down. Let's put these monks like here. There we go. Barely even acknowledge their existence. Hi Basement Dwellerfella, good to see you. And hello everybody. Oh my goodness. What an incredible day I had yesterday. What an incredible day I had yesterday. I went to go see a house viewing for a place to see if I was going to live there. It was fantastic. I will be living there and I'll be enjoying myself. And it actually feels like an improvement from where I am. And it's like half the price. So, you know, pretty much scored the jackpot there. Then I went out to a queer open night, which was exactly what I needed. So I was so happy. I was just smiling the whole time, and I was nearly crying at one point because I was just like, oh, I've needed this. It's just nice to see and talk to queer people, and then fall hopelessly in love with one of them as well. So that's fun. How are they even louder? There we go. 15th century. I don't know that I would call that medieval. Is 15th century the one with the 14s in it? So actually, only just medieval, only just. We'll count it. Yeah. Yeah, very busy Wednesday, which means I'm a little tired today. But I was like, no, you have to put all your energy into this Crusader Kings 3 stream because Crusader Kings 3 seems to be the most popular thing I'm streaming at the moment. I'm gonna make the decision to take Fallout 4 off the streaming. As in, I might play it off stream, but I probably will stop streaming it because people aren't interested, and it's not as interesting. It was a lot better when I was crawling through the wasteland and like stepping on mines and stuff. Oh, I never put that mine thing back on, did I? After I went to Nuka World, which I also didn't finish doing. I think my friend was saying Bethesda kind of has an issue of balance, so like. There stops being a challenge after a certain point. I guess to just push you through the story, I don't know. But I was specifically not doing the story, so I wasn't progressing anything really. I got like half the magazines. All the magazines aren't connected to the story. I wonder if there's something I can do about that, like.
Yeah.
Ooh. Big Wooden Bridge, thank you so much for subscribing. 11 months as well, wow. Wow. Thank you so much, genuinely. I'm very pleased to see any sub. Genuinely very pleased. It feels like 2 seconds ago since the last time you subbed as well. So like, I do need to get the sub number up, but I'm not going to pressure people for subs. I'd rather pressure them for Ko-fi! Exclamation mark Ko-fi! You can donate so that I have a monitor. Because if I don't have a monitor, the stream would look like this. It would look like this. Oh, that's the Crusader Kings 3 music. It's on. I hear it. It's gonna make a I was gonna say it's gonna make a little flute sound. So I guess it means it's time to get in the video game. Do we hide that? It's covering is he Renaud 2? He is Renaud 2, isn't he? Oh, it doesn't want to load this, does it? But please check out my Ko-fi. I'm gonna move this Ko-fi. I'm gonna move it to here. Not that one. Is that Wick? I mean, we're all compiled. Me and Metal Franklin, we're all compiled in this space. I guess you can't really see this menu, which shows you what year it is, what wars I have. You know, actually, I should probably move up. We want to be able to see. You want to be able to see that cool. Oh, there's another metal. There's another Metal Franklin here. We need to be able to see all that. So, what if I go? Yeah. Can we even? Is it worth going even? It's probably not worth going higher than that. And then we can put the Ko-fi. Just, I mean, it fits. It looks like it fits where it is anyway. So we'll see. Anyway, so things. And once again, a feature of this stream: things I probably should do off the stream. I'm so professional. Yes, it is. It is 90. Sorry, not 19. Fucking hell, it's 1909. We've really slipped backwards. What's happened? But this is a period of slipping backwards. This is the medieval era. What was something? I swear I learned something really interesting about medieval Europe yesterday, day before, and I can't for the life of me remember what it is. Oh no, I guess I've been watching a lot of different videos. Hang on, that's what everybody does. That's not a great way. Anyway, they were talking about, it was basically saying stuff about like, hey, everyone says this about the Quran, but this isn't true, and da 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 da. And sort of, it's interesting to me. The religious history of Europe is interesting. The theology is not. So, like, I don't care about like who's saying what is what, etc., whatever. But you know, this is one of the many reasons why Europe is a continent and why it's the medieval times is so elevated as a time. I say the Roman times also, but that's a separate issue that we have, because the Romans are kind of responsible for all this mess. The Romans introduced imperialism to a lot of places that were quite happy to be tribes and small kingdoms and stuff. I think my knowledge of pre-Roman history is almost nothing, but that's also because it's kind of considered to be the start of history because it's the start of written records in many of these places, or at least written records that we consider, or at least records that we consider even, because proper oral tradition, people who keep information by telling it, they're not bad at keeping history, right? Sometimes they're better than written pieces of writing, but because of our imperialism by people that write, you know, it's one of the things that's been adopted into, particularly white imperialism. Although I would argue, like, basically all imperialism seems to come from, or seems to be mostly the domain of white people. But I guess realistically, it started like, gosh, somewhere around here, right? Where's That's not gonna help me, is it? That's not gonna help me either. So it's somewhere around here, a long time ago, ish. Oh, Mesopotamia, yeah, somewhere around here. There's supposed to be 2 rivers. I think it might even be this bit. Things kept getting flooded a whole bunch of times. So people started to believe in sort of the idea of a almost ambivalent deity. But also around here a long time ago, one day someone was like, what if I was just in charge of everybody? And you all had to get your food from me. That's an idea that's sort of spread out across in all directions. And that's what we consider to be civilization, but that's quite ridiculous, of course, because there were many tens of thousands of years in which people were working and operating and you know, sharing information and doing all sorts of stuff. So it's interesting to me to learn about things that are considered important in history with the intention of undermining them and finding out what's the stuff that we're not being told, what's like actually going on. You know, it's not praisable to have an empire. But it's actually opened out new sort of avenues of looking at history for me, like understanding that imperialism is bad means that you can start to understand why things happen throughout history, like why people are behaving in this way, why their culture has changed in this way. um war has a legacy that lasts centuries. Two places go to war and it can affect those places for centuries, even if it's not directly obvious. Especially if it becomes obvious if like you don't fix anything, right? The sort of poverty of the north is interesting in the UK, for example, because there's a lot of places where bombs very clearly ripped out a house in a street or something. So there's a point where there'll just be 3 houses missing in like a terrace house set or something because it's never been replaced. But then I suppose you probably wouldn't want to if there's like a chance of there being a bomb there or something. Euphrates. Bookchin argued that once lots of us stopped being nomadic species and could possess more than we could carry on our back, the seeds of inequality and property relations were sown. Yeah. Basically, there is a lot of ancient writing civilizations, I guess I'm gonna call them that instead, do have this concept of like wild men who live outside of civilization and stuff like that. Although quite often, more often in those cases, I think it's people who've been expelled rather than people that were just living outside, because there's the whole thing of Gilgamesh and all that. Is like best friends of wild man and stuff. The Romans would say barbarians, but like, you know, they just meant everyone around, mostly around here, but like all of this stuff, because I guess they weren't big into, you know, big spears and stabbing people. I don't know so much about Spain because I seem to recall that Greece got so big at one point that it was just like making colonies in random places. I don't know Spain's history particularly well, except for into the medieval times, I guess. Oh, to be a wild one. Like, does he kill a bunch of people with a donkey boat as well or something? I think that's actually Gilgamesh that does that. But right, yes. Welcome to the year 909. And many things have been affected by the history and things that have been going on here. I would say that generally empires are quite small. Khazaria looks quite big, but most of the land that it's covered in, you know, it's like, who lives here? Nobody. Tiny village. A tribe even. You know, it seems big, but it's mostly like, where's even the, is that the capital? Oops. Or does it not work like that? Does the capital move? Yeah, there we go. So it's just this guy running around with like 6,000 horses. Oh, he's Jewish. Well, that's interesting. Is the religion of his country Jewish? It seems to be Tengri. And then there's that bit, so I guess he's from there or something. I believe that that's historically accurate. There is some stuff like that because they put that in Crusader Kings 2 because they did a series of historical events that you could sort of beat in order to get more unlocks in this for your character or whatever. I did a couple of them, but I don't really remember them. There's a great mod that actually makes the nomads nomadic and gives the Byzantines unique imperial government. Need to try out soon. So if it's like actually nomadic, do they still own land? Because it's or is it like, I don't know, because presumably they just roam around here and then nobody moves into it or whatever. What are these places? I've not seen these before. There's I think the way that the map worked before is that it kind of cut off at the top of Khazaria here and all this stuff. So we've got these little like provinces on the edges now with like cultures and religions that I'm not used to seeing and some that I've never seen. They did the same stuff going up here as well, and like the attention to the cultures and stuff is really something. Well, those two cultures combined, I think, but yeah. Weakiest. Anyway, always interesting. I'm most interested in. I think I'm most interested in this because it's the furthest away part of the map. You know, I'm quite interested in this, but like, I would say. I don't know. Am I more familiar with it? I'm more familiar with some parts of it, but that's more to do with. I know more as you start to get into the what's the colonization, I guess. The poor thing about Africa is that it got like hit with like several waves of colonialism. The latest one, aside from current, I suppose I could call it a fourth wave of it, but like the Second World War was particularly bad because it was just like, let's just slice through Africa, and I imagine many of the borders are still that shape as a result of that. This is specifically Egyptian culture, right? We are playing as the baby king of Asturias. Why Asturias? Isn't Asturias over here? Yes. Although much of it seems to have split off, including, for some reason, East Anglia, although it looks like that's been taken over by a successful rebellion to leave Asturias. We tried to take Asturias because we were trying to prevent a ongoing genocide that happens in Spain that forms Europe and much of the awful things that happen during and post the medieval ages. So we've disrupted that. But the thing is, you know, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the religions. A lot of these places seem like they're pretty close to being Christian. I'm not sure if that's because they've taken them or what's happened there. I want to help this to just all become Islamic. Although I'm seeing that there's a few things going on. They've got Ash'ari, they've got Muluaddi, and they've got Mozarabic. Now these are all fairly new words to me as a ignorant white European. But I'm assuming those are different schools. I've heard of this one before. So maybe that's what's separate. Is that the two religions? Country faith. Liege's faith is Asharism. Okay. That's not who I meant to click. Oh, it's a sort of it's a little Christian type. See, I wonder if that's more reflective of the reality of that, because it's got Toledo as a holy site and Santiago as well. But it's just in Spain, it looks like, except for Jerusalem. Huh? Who actually lives here? Who's in charge here? I mean, this guy, but he's not that religion. It's almost completely. It's like the north bit versus the south. Interesting. There's a lot of places where religions will pick up things from each other. The Eastern Orthodoxy being iconoclast, as in you can't have images of God or whatever, is, I think, very much something because how much it borders Islam and stuff like that, which is also iconoclast. You can't have images of God and stuff, where that's not true in this place. Anyway, enough about that. We had a fantastic father, Renard, who went from a count and virtually became a king, but died in the war for becoming a king. Meaning, his son was immediately thrown into becoming a king of a extremely unstable title. But the very important thing about having a king title is it means I can do what I want. No one's in charge of me unless I join an empire, which is probably not going to happen. I'm more likely to form an empire, just might take a while. What's the easiest empire? Francia. You know, if we were forming anything, I guess it would be that. But even that, I'm not so sure. Because I don't want to... I mean, if we take all that... We might have to take a little bit of this to make it work. I don't know. I'm trying to leave things as intact as possible. I'm trying to save Europe by preventing its existence. We've had many wars. We've lost parts of our country down here. This bit's under threat. We only have so many troops, but I think we have enough to fight it. This kingdom is being kept, essentially being run by my mother, who seems to be imprisoned. So I'm kind of concerned about who's actually running my country right now. Will Addism criminalizes homosexuality and get a binned? Oh, okay. Yeah, no, of course it would be Catholic, wouldn't it? Or sort of Catholic. Catholics that live like some Muslims. Yeah, I imagine the from, you know, Catholicism from the Visigoths, and Romans even, into when the thingy empire comes up. It's so hard to know. This game, because some things are so much more accurate, it's made me really question how much I actually know about certain parts of medieval history. And I shouldn't use a game to determine how much I know about medieval history, but like, I'm like, oh, it's so much more complex. So who's running this? Who's running this show? I'm 14, so I'm almost old enough to start having kids. That's a grim thing to think about. God. Or is it Ashari? I don't know. It's probably one of these things that might have changed over different times. Right, let's see what wars we've got. Ah, yes. The new ruler of you. It used to be Herloin, but he died. So this weird guy came in charge. He's vengeful, generous, lustful. How do you be vengeful and generous at the same time? I don't know. Like you take revenge, but like you benefit them or something. I guess. Like you ruin their day, but then you like pay for their medical bills or something. I'm not really sure. So we gotta beat up this guy, take his land off. I think that'd be fairly easy. That's what we're doing currently, and then we gotta go take this land. And then I think this is done with civil wars. But we very much need to expand the size of this country. Lots of people seem to be in wars with us. We managed to get an alliance with Bavaria and Wessex for some reason. Now, I don't know, am I betrothed? Is he betrothed to anybody? I don't think he is betrothed to anybody. I wonder if we couldn't make another alliance. Me. Not really me, but I'm playing as him. But I'm not really playing as him. It's very confusing. How do you do this? Yeah, no. What? Oh, that's arranged marriage. Where's arranged betrothal? I don't seem to have an option for that. Hello, Taki. They don't have to be expressed simultaneously. You can crush your enemies and buy someone a nice watch. You know, that's a really good point. Although that is simultaneously, it just isn't the same target. I don't know. It feels weird. The sort of thing about like people being meaner to people that they don't know and nicer to people they do know. I understand up to a point. I think the main thing of being nice to people you know is that you know you're more intimate with them, so you know that you can be nice to them. I guess. I don't know. What am I saying? You can kiss your friends. Right. The battle is coming for us. Have we taken this? I think we actually have taken this. So there's no reason for us to stand here. Let's go and meet these poor souls and get them killed. Oh, see, they're running now. Although it might be because they're all going to form up together. If we can stop them from crossing the river, potentially here, we're going to fight in avalanches. No, they're running away. Oh, they disbanded. What? Oh, they must have merged. Right, I'm going to enter. I'm going to cross the river. Oh, they'll be going for Leon is what they'll be doing. Oh shit, they did stand on that hill though. I'm not so sure about that. Please come with me, allies, because if it's just me by myself, I don't think it'll go that way. Right, well, they're dilly-dallying. We're going to go back and take some territory, I guess. Oh, no, they're on dilly-dallying. Return. About face, everybody. Come on, we can catch them. Yes, we caught the tail end of them, which is better because we win more easily and they lose more decisively. We're going to go back here because it is technically our territory. So even though it's sort of winter and we'll lose a few people, we'll regain more because we're in our own territory, I think, kind of. Let's have a look. I don't know. Okay, at the moment it's just attrition. Yeah, the troop numbers are going down there because of the cold. Because it turns out if you have a bunch of people and you put them in some tents out in the snow... Oh! What? Okay, oh, I see. I guess we won the war with... Why did we win the war? Hang on. Oh. So, Hilgard of You died in his sleep. And I guess we already had his daughter in jail. So it punched the war score up to 100%. We basically had won anyway. So that's good. We'll be taking that. Oh no, it's his mother. Oh no, it's not his mother. His daughter just so happens to be the mother of a king. Yes, the king of France. What a strange combination of family events there. So they could have pulled all of France in, I think, if it had just been her, but she was already in jail. That could have gone really bad for us, but it didn't. Freezing citizens like intensely playing Frostpunk. That game's so grim about the cold. I don't think it does go to like -90 in that game, and I really don't think that's how that. I don't think that's possible. I think there's certain points where just everyone would die in that game, in terms of the temperature, I think. But no, it is pretty grim, the housing situation. Greetings, my liege. Blessing upon you and your house. I know when I am defeated, it seems I am left with no choice but to comply with demands. So be it. I gained 24 dread. Interesting. I've become so everyone's getting scared of this child, right? This child is 25 dread, even though he's compassionate. It's got an ominous reputation, which I think comes from the dynasty stuff. But also, yeah, no, because I guess I just won that war. I don't know if that's dread with that specific person. You never had a single citizen die. I think it just comes to how much compassion you have for your citizens. Taki, I have a feeling you haven't played that game, and if you did, it was probably on the easiest setting. That's called cheating. And we will not have that here. I did actually, no, that's not true, because I didn't sign the good luck have fun pledge for that badge because I couldn't say that I would never cheat in a game, because I think that, as strange as it sounds, I think that cheating is an important part of game development. What am I looking for? So we've won the okay, so we've won this. I need to see where the prisoner is. Where are you, prisoner? So we got Leonard de Dufort, who doesn't seem to have anything. I'm not really sure why he's in prison. We'll look at you in a second. Oops. Come back. Not the council. Prisoners. We've got Munio de Bressonera, who's been in prison for 11 years. Oh, is this a peasant person? No. Who is this? Why are you in prison? I think sometimes you do just adopt people's prisoners when you, like, take over certain things. Just wanted things to be easy for my citizens. Does it make me wrong? Don't believe in suffering as a virtue like some Catholic worshipping streamer smarred in the Middle Ages mentality. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Yeah, could you imagine someone was like, oh, I don't know if I'm into He's of Rosemary as a streamer. She's always, for some reason, playing all these like Catholic medieval games. I don't know what's up with that. I'm going outside instead. Don't go outside, it's too hot. Also, it's raining here. Right, so I think, do we have to wait for it to say, oh no, sorry, I'm confused about what I'm doing with prisoners. I need to take her lands off her. Or potentially, what I could do is adjust the feudal contract so it's better for me. Let's have a little look. Modify vassal contract. So we could get more taxes. Act of tyranny. Oh, because I don't have a hook. Oh, I'd have to release her first to get the hook, I think. Unless it's part of the negotiate release. Not yet, weak hook. Oh, I could banish. Do I get any money from that? Because it used to be Crusader Kings 2 if they had loads of money. 2 audible ads in a row. Oh, Fuzzy Nut, don't you have any ad blockers? So you've added the Mother Teresa tag? No, I haven't. I added the Dad Simulator and Dead Dad Simulator tags. I think Twitch took one of my tags off to replace it with the word English. It's written in English. It's obviously in English. I don't need it to identify it. I don't think anybody searches by English. Unless they were trying to learn English. I guess. Twitch is exempt for some reason. It depends. You might have to. It depends. You might have to have something. I don't know. I keep messing with them until I get something to work. It's contributing some way. I don't know that it is actually. Let's have a look. Will it tell me my ad revenue for the current stream? Which I think I'm not actually allowed to talk about. But let's have a look anyway. Earnings. It says I've got almost $5 from ads. That's interesting. Because before I had 0. I get messed around a lot in this. 13 pence, 15 pence, or cents, 11 cents. It's going up. So I don't know, you gave me 10 pence, or not even that, you gave me like 5 pence, basically. Nah, it's fine. I haven't said anything that would cross the line. Also, they don't care. They much prefer to get sub. If anything, sub to me, because the more subs I have, the more likely I will be to break the TOS. And if you don't believe me, just look at some of the people with the most subs on this platform and some of the things that they've said and done versus, you know, other people who've been banned. Also, my reports get handled faster. That's a weird one. Because I would just assume that you could do that for everybody. I'm going to renounce claims. What's his sheikdom of... Oh, that's because that's all that stuff down... Sorry, I forgot which part of Asturias this is. No, I wanna take these off her, actually. So we need to go, like... Do not have limited crown authority better. Oh, do I not? Where do we go and change that? Council, courtiers, factions, decisions, activities, military, realm? It's probably realm, isn't it? We need some more prestige to do that. But not much more. We'd already improved that in Rouen, I thought. But I guess I need to improve it in the kingdom. I Block Plus and Ghost Tree combined seems to get rid of Twitch ads for me. Occasionally they seem to like press a button that just makes it break through, but I assume it's probably just them updating something. Yeah, so we'll keep her in prison for a bit. We've defeated her. Ooh, what's this? Know your place. Defeat a faction and war. Oh, it's interesting. Steam Overlay doesn't come over the viewing. Right, we're gonna take this back. Because they're just neighbors basically that were just like, oh, we want to take this land, and I said no. So I didn't actually have a choice to say no. It's not like the Civil Wars where you always have a choice to say, okay, you win. But I never do that. Who's in charge of Leon? Who are you? Oh, Hilgard was your father. Oh, okay, so you... I see. I have to keep an eye on that. Oh no! Oh. That was good. My allies hadn't quite caught up, so I was just fighting the battle by myself there. I forget that I have the least number of troops out of all of the people here. Where are they going? What? Where they go? Oh my gosh. Wait, are they just spending all of their budget on ships? Is this the ruler of Equity? Why are we at war? You definitely didn't start this war, right? Because you're 11. It's this guy that started it. It was killed during a siege. That's a new one. I've not seen anyone die by a siege before. We need to take this back. We need to protect this realm for this little green-haired boy. You know, we mix mint leaves in his hair or something. I don't know how they make green dyes in medieval times. Actually, let's look that up. How do they make dyes? Green dyes medieval times. Give us a tell. Color in the medieval ages. Tell me about green. Medieval scholars inherited the idea from ancient times that there were 7 colors. White, yellow, red, green, blue, purple, and black. Green was the middle color, so it's that balance between the extreme. Now, I mean, green is in the range of most of what we can see, but that's just to do with being an animal on a planet with a lot of green, essentially. And we have a lot of green on our planet because the purple ones died out and the green ones took over, which is ridiculous. We could have, imagine if we had purple trees. There's an alternate world somewhere where we have purple trees. Except lots of other things would also probably be different, just because of that fact. It's considered a soothing color. That's true. It is. So much so that scribes often kept emeralds and other green objects beside them to look at when they wanted to rest their eyes. Oh my goodness. Sort of like... yeah. They get back to scribing. Oh my goodness. Or like emerald, a big fucking chunky emerald, like, I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed. Oh, I've got so much scribe work to do. Oh, my emeralds. Yeah. Medieval people are ridiculous. It is a soothing color though. This is true. It does make people feel safer. There's people who believe that we could not see blue until recently. What, French people? Because don't they not have... No, I'm thinking of how light blue is a different color. Yeah, we can definitely see blue. Green was the minute. Yep. Suggested writing on green tablets instead of white or black ones. There is a thing that I know that like scrubs are the opposite, basically kind of the opposite color of blood, but they're also quite light as well. So, because if you do surgery for too long, you'll get blood blindness, where you've been looking at blood for too long. You can't really see or think of anything else, so you need to look at a different color. So if you can look up at your associates and see their nice mint green scrubs or whatever, you can then just go back to it. I think it was the idea. That's what I heard. I think it'd be cool to see your gems whenever. I would like to see my gems whenever too. A lot of ancient languages have no word for blue, and the Odyssey, for example, never describes anything as blue. For example, calling the sea wine-colored. Is that in the translation though? I know it's very different depending on who translates it, because there's this whole thing of like, was I reading something about the Odyssey? He doesn't have a name or something, or he doesn't have a role except for sort of adventure adventure or something, adventure husband or something. I can't remember. Husband explorer, roaming husband, I think it was what it was. I swear that's how, if it's translated properly, he's a roaming husband or something. The color code was recurrent and meaningful. Black Knight was almost a character of primary importance. He who wanted to hide his identity, was generally motivated by good intentions and prepared to demonstrate his valor. A red knight was hostile to the hero. Sometimes the devil's envoy. A white knight is generally viewed as good. An older figure, a friend, protected the hero. That's interesting about this because I think about a Game of Thrones character who's exactly like that. A green knight was a young knight. I started watching The Green Knight. It's good. I was really tired though, so I stopped watching it. I need to go back and finish it. Audacious and insolent behavior was called great disorder. He could be good or bad. Yellow or gold knights were rare, and blue knights were non-existent. What do you what do you mean? I bet there was a blue knight. Blue knight. Historical. No, come on. Give me a blue knight. Please. No, those aren't real. A real blue knight. Oh, I guess they're doing like French colors or whatever. But yeah, so okay, so they could be French, I guess. So they're not non-existent. It's not a translation issue. There's a show called The Green Knight. It's a film. It's very good. It's from the Arthurian legends. I'm trying to remember if it's in the Canterbury Tales or not. I think Canterbury Tales is after. It's Gawain is one of the knights of the Round Table, along with Lancelot and Tristan and all that. But to be honest, it's either you only know Lancelot because he's the cool one, or Gawain because he's the wait no he's not Gawain, is he? He's a different one. I don't remember. I don't remember, but it's that one's almost more famous than any of the King Arthur stuff, to be honest. Yeah, there's different monks. Green is associated with Islam, but only developed in the 12th century. In the Quran, green is mentioned 8 times, always in a positive sense. Imagine it would be anyway, to be fair. Howard was like to wear a green turban. However, while green was linked with Muhammad's descendants, other colours have been associated. Whites for the Umayyads. Umayyads were the people in here, I think. Oh, sorry, you can't see that. In Spain. Okay. Oh, Blue Revolution. Oh. He delves into the question whether or not ancient people could see blue. It's because blue's very hard. It's very, very fucking hard to make the dye. I think even in the medieval times, you had to basically get someone just like crush barnacles together, and it would take a really long time, and it was also quite unhealthy as well. And same for purple. It was just really difficult to make lapis lazuli. I think eventually, but that's more like local to the area that it would have been mined in. I think a lot of people were just getting things made out of barnacles. Yeah, that's not. Everybody start. Hang on, I need to go back to that. Everybody started fucking seeing blue. Stained glass. Yeah, no, they start becoming the color of medieval royalty. Yeah, no, that's because it's so expensive to make. I guess I think about like aluminium. Like Napoleon gave his son an aluminium plate that he had so he could sell it, or like left him it or something, because like he's emperor and that's the kind of thing that he can get is an aluminium plate, which now would be like nothing. You could get them so cheaply. But back then it was like more than silver, more than platinum, more than gold. But that's because the process was to make them was very difficult. It's just so the electricity, like electrosis or something, is a really easy way to do that. Why were we looking up dyes? Byzantine paintings using gold for religious paintings, very expensive. Yeah, Madonna's painting. Yeah, very, very expensive. The idea that's also interesting. Yeah, because also they're using it for like the holiest of holy stuff. They're using it for an icon of Mary. Ooh! I finally concluded my studies in the art of stewardship. I did fairly well, at least considering the fact that the subject did not come natural to me. I take my first steps into adulthood. I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who've made an impact on the man I've become. The friendship I shared with Adelheid. Who's that? Who are you? Who are you? What's your job? I don't know who you are. You seem nice. I guess you're from the Thor's court. Oh, you're in you. But then how did you end up... Oh, you're the regent there. Huh. That's interesting. Did we take your lands off you yet? No, I don't think we did. No, huh? I'm very confused. Wait, did they die in jail? Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, hang on. Ah shit, no, no, we've still got her. Okay, phew. It seemed like she'd been disinherited. No, it's that bit. Okay, okay, I'm mixing these up. I'm mixing these up and thinking that this is still there. The child has become king. Renaud II, although he probably says Renaud the First, right? Yeah, no, he's the first of Asturias, because he's Renaud II as a duke. This is you, though you don't always feel like yourself. That's a weird thing to say. They'd use expensive materials as a show of power, wealth, and dedication to religious figures. Yes. Also, there's a fun thing if you play the Byzantines and you have the royal court. If you convert to iconoclasm, all the religious images get removed from your court. Yeah, as they should. Right. So I have become a, what do they say, a thrifty clerk. It's okay. It's not great, but it gives me points in stewardship, so I should be an okay ruler. King Renaud, you're a man now, which means you're allowed to be king, because you're 16. Oh, I lost the trait charming. No, cynical, calm, compassionate, melancholic, still depressed. Gosh, I'm so happy lately. Hanging around with queer people and transitioning and stuff. I genuinely am like, if any child is depressed, I think they're trans, because like the difference is so much. I'm like, wow, I'm so happy. Holy shit. Maybe it wasn't all the other stuff that was happening to me. Maybe it was just this, because fixing this seems to have fixed everything else, at least at the moment. Anyway, I'm having a very good summer. Okay, so I guess it would make sense to work in the stewardship because we get 20% faster. What kind of ruler do we want him to be? Do we want him to be obsessed with wealth? Now, we don't have that much money. I think we're actually going into debt, so that would be good to focus on, I think, maybe for a little bit. The main focus, just a straight up stewardship bonus. And then I assume, or to be like administrator or something. Did it say what it is? Why do they have different names? I guess it's duty then. Or maybe domain is architect. You can get more taxes. You can reduce costs of things. You get fort level. Reduce cost, building time. See, the thing is, I think architect only really works if you have a bunch of money, because you have to spend it, right? We have no money, so we're gonna focus on money. We're gonna focus on getting money. There we go. And good, that's put us just above losing all our money, so that's fantastic. How's old Adamar doing? He's 41 now. He's a godless antagonist. Very vengeful, extremely driven to go after rivals. Why is he turned into this fucking incompetent villain? He's unpredictable as well. Very cynical and significantly inclined to ignore faith in politics. Accept demands from faith-based factions. And use faith as a tool. Accept demands from faith-based. Oh no, to ignore them. Wait, what? No. Characters very cynical, significantly more inclined to ignore faith in politics. Good. Accept demands from faith-based factions. Not sure what that means or how that works. And use faith as a tool to further other interests. You're unlikely to care about piety and will almost never support religious authorities. Okay. Lazy. Cynical. Which you could say is useful. Vengeful. What happened to your nice boy traits? You remember how we raised this boy? To be like a kind little boy, and then we said if he was a good boy he would get his own land. And he's just, now he's just this, who is this? I don't recognize. I think it's because he got his face hurt. And he's just hated living behind this iron mask. Poor boy. I guess, oh no! Ragnar died. Of old age. Wow. How he's come on. Let's go to take me to where he lived. Cause I think he owned land here on behalf of Iceland. But it looks like they lost that, so much for that. Little Ragnar. Well, I guess it's time to remove you from the pins. Along with Amelie as well, seeing as you're apparently dead. Age 61. Your son is so weird. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's your second husband. Where's your first husband? Werner, I'm so sorry. Your son's older than you now, and that was when you died. God, you you achieved so much in a short time. In comparison, maybe because his dad's sadistic, he's got so much baggage. Bad boy phase. Having a bad boy phase his whole life. It's a whole adult life. Almost immediately after becoming a child. After leaving being a child. Sorry, I'm a little tired. It is what it is. Right, how do we get my mom out of jail? Why is she in jail? Swing the scales of power. Oh, because she's in prison. She can't stop me being more powerful, I guess. Lean on religious influence to ordain your rule. I'm king, so are you still the regent? How does this work? Does regency continue for like a couple of years or something? Still got a council. Do I have to become 18 for that to not? I don't. This is a new thing to me. Yeah, let's leverage some piety. I'm gonna go. Oh no, I can't afford to. Never mind. I can't afford to do that. I can't afford to do any of that stuff. Let's just try and get you out of prison. How about that? Oh, we're at war with you. Never mind. I guess we'll get you back when the war's over. But we're winning it quite significantly, so it's a good thing. I was gonna say it's a good thing we're not related, but that's my mother, and I forgot because he was also being looked after by his dad's lover. It was almost like being co-parented by the both of them, which I think that's very interesting because you think they would hate each other, but they're both like, now we're gonna look after this guy's son. Sarazine, a free tenant renting some of my land in Everu, has pulled in an exceptional harvest this season due to her meticulous planning. She wishes to use some of her profits to purchase a piece of my estate from me so that she can build upon her success and grow more crops next year. Interesting. Who's this? Diligent. Chaste. Paranoid. Thrifty clerk. Intelligent. Which is considered a physical trait. 21 stewardship. Forgive farming. A woman like her should be in my court. She can pay me hard coin and the land is hers. Which will change the level of control. What is the level of control, and how do I find that out? Because normally what I do is I go and look in, not this section, this one. I click here. No, that's not it. It's going to be one of those other ones, isn't it? Country control, there we go. It's not great, I'll be honest. Quite a few of the places don't seem to be great, but it's definitely one of the places that's not great. So we won't be selling land to you in case it triggers a peasant rebellion or something. If she's an entrenched regent, she will stay regent until she dies, until someone deposes her. Keep swinging the scales, eventually you can depose yourself. But she's in jail right now. And when you say entrenched regent, you mean like once you've gotten the job of regent? Because I assume they just stop regenting once you become king. I could completely refuse it, which would increase the control there. Which, as much as I need that, I'm gonna bring it to court. Sazerain. Let's pin you so we can see, we can keep an eye on what you're up to. How do we do that? There we go. Question is, Sazerain, are you better than the current guy? Not really. Well, I think he's actually slightly higher. Now see, as we've been dealing with this stuff down here, they're all like, oh, let's go to the capital provinces. Please don't. I want to take this back so I get the war score. We can probably take it faster though, to be fair. Actually, that's not true. Oh, they've just been taking us behind us. So as we've been taking it, they've been right behind us. I think we need to go back up north and beat them up. Or maybe we'll wait after winter, because them sieging during winter, that's got to be hurting them. 1% a month. -4, -1 a month. That's not that much. Who? Oviedo de Bezo has claimed a claim on the country of Escorga. Oh, that's stuff down here. Oh, what? So, wait, another some notable guest has arrived. Gebhard von der Mark. So he's got two of those little sort of middle name things. Gebhard the Trembling. See, seeing chaste and sadistic next to each other, because one's a chastity belt and one's a whip, really does evoke a certain image when the two of those are together. Who is he? What a strange combination. Traveler pilgrim, military engineer, gallant, skilled tactician, sadistic, chaste, craven. Yeah, I guess he's hoping he can raise an army. He's only got 11 skill there, despite being a skilled tactician, which is a fairly good one. Chaste and sadistic equals an incel. Incels aren't really chaste though, because all they can talk about is how much they want to have sex. They should just have sex with each other, first of all. I think, would I characterize it sadistic? I mean, yeah, but it's less of a, it's weird because it's like, usually when people are like that, it's from a position of power, but it's like a sort of like, I don't know, it's like Gollum being angry at you or something for something that's his fault. I don't know why I picked Gollum. Like, how dare you! Ah! I'm so weak. I mean, I joke about that, but incels have committed terrorist acts, so you know, not so funny. Right, let's actually stop them before they fucking take Everu from us. There we go. Smash them to pieces. Barely lose any troops at all. Right. Can we quickly get back in time to take the land before they just form up and show up here again? Ooh. I've been invited to a hunt. Count Antoine's. Tell me about you, Antoine of Bellic. Didn't something happen in Bellic recently? I do not remember. Oh, I think it was a place that we sieged. Okay, so I think we probably, presumably recently just like got rid of all of the enemy soldiers here. And this guy's like, thanks, in the ruined battlefield that's been left behind. Perhaps you want to see if there's any trace of life? Come on down to my hunt. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that's what my father was doing all the time. Where he would leave for 200 days out of the year to go to a single hunt. Let's do it. I'm the king now. Right. Where do you want me to go to? All the way down there to Bellic. See, I really wanted to go to Canterbury. So we're gonna customize the route. And the first place we're gonna go to is Canterbury. There we go. Go to Salisbury as well. Wait, hey, you know what? Why go here? Why go to Anglo-Saxia if we're not gonna see the Stonehenge, right? It's like so ancient and cool. So we'll go to Salisbury as well. I don't think the hunt can start without us. Oh, we'll not arrive to the hunt in time if we do that. Fuck. Okay, fine. Maybe we'll do that on the way home. So if we go, we'll make a detour to Paris then. And then we'll make a second. Can we make a second detour? Activity starts on 20th December. Okay, so we got 8 days to kill until then. You think we can go the Gwynedd? It's quite far away. We will not arrive to the hunt in time. Okay, fine. I accidentally put that in the wrong place anyway. Okay, yeah, no, so we'll go to the hunt, and then once the hunt's done, there's nowhere fun to go. We just go to hang on, can we go to Santiago? How long will that take? Yeah, go to Santiago, and then go to Salisbury. And then go to, Canterbury. Because we want all these people to think I'm cool and religious. Right, now let's see. Lots of issues from... What is this? Risk of 1%. 14% chance of danger. We might need some kind of bodyguards. It seems like that's a consistent issue. And then there's some mountains to get through. So... Like a mountain guide would be a good idea. For the mountain bits anyway. And then like bodyguards or something. It's either there's mercenary guards. It's sort of expensive though. We just get like... We get a desert warrior. No, I just fine. Mercenary guards. And maybe forego the mountaineer. Make it cheaper. Oh, and we need a caravan master. Oh look, Sarazin, our new friend, is apparently great at this. A resentful plan. Okay, this character is very rational and significantly more likely to avoid tyranny, use counselor tasks to defend themselves, and avoid offensive war opinion. They're generally much more likely to do what is objectively best for the situation they're in, such as murdering a tyrannical liege or cut spending when in debt. This character is somewhat vengeful and more likely to go after rivals and cheating spouses. I guess that's the resentful bit. Join agents against those who've slighted them, request excommunication, punish criminals, and they're less likely to forgive slights or transgressions if they have more rivals. Am I a vengeful person? I hope not. You know, do you ever just ask yourself stuff like that? Yeah, you seem fantastic at this job, and you know... You're a new character to the TV show, which is the Ruin of Renard, or the Ruin of Rouen. So we need to we have to bring you along on this new story, this B plot or whatever. Seems good. Too expensive? That's fine. We'll just go into debt. Some people got recruited. Oh, also we've got loads of hang on. We've got loads of things we could be doing. You will lose land if Queen Mother Beatrice Alphonse of France dies. That's fine, actually, because there was a solution to that I was going to do very soon, which you've reminded me of, so thank you. We need 61 more prestige. I mean, good thing we're going to a hunt then, because that's a good way to get prestige. We don't have a court physician, that's very important. How about the Archbishop of Asturias? Will you do this job? It's not. I don't think it's letting me click that. I guess because I don't have any money. Oh, it's because it's overlapping. Hang on. Right, there you go. Low controls the country. We're in debt. Been called dynasty members. To what? Oh, to the war we're in? Are we still in a war? I'm not really been paying attention. Let's close this menu. Oh yeah, we're still in a war. We're fine. I don't think I need to call them in. I think they're already technically in anyway. Adamar, the compassionate? Is that what they're calling you now? Is compassionate? You vengeful cynic. You can potentially negotiate an alliance with your brother-in-law. And, ooh, okay, will not accept. Because of our difference in military strength. Prince Ludwig is my nephew? Who will accept alliance. Okay, that's good. You only have 138 men to your name though, so what that alliance means is very little. It would be good if we get alliance with France, because it's the biggest neighbour. Right. Off to this hunt. My Marshal, Count Antoine, is hosting a hunt in Belgic, and time has come for us to depart. I should be able to proudly represent the House of de Montchegard. This should be good sport if the event is properly organised. Off we go. Travel. A duel demanded. I am Cuthbert of Rouen. I have bested dozens of men in combat. And honestly, all of those fights were dull. So here I am, on this road, looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you can best me in combat, I will become a valuable and loyal servant. And so, on this day, I demand to meet one of you in a fair fight. Alright, so this weirdo is like, fight me! Fight me! I'm not very good at fighting him. But maybe my knight will be good at fighting him. Do it, Gorfia. Gorfia got wounded. Ah well, he's a spineless villain anyway. Why he's a knight, I have no idea. I mean, I guess murder is one of the skills a knight needs. It seems like he'd be good at that. Poor Ludwig getting a signature neg from the streamer. Oh, is it signature now, is it? What was up with that last night? In Roscoe's stream, where I can't remember if it was like who it actually was that was like atting at you. Hello, Roy Rainbow. Confirm you're mature enough to watch. I don't like this new thing because it's constantly on the screen in mobile all the time, especially if you in computer. If you move your mouse over it, it'll be like, oh, it's intended for mature audiences. Like, you have to go through one of those to get into the channel anyway, and I already feel like, you know, that it sucks, but like I guess it's necessary. I don't know why they've upgraded it to now every single second you must know that you're watching something intended for mature audiences. It's just so I can say shit or whatever. What's above 13? I guess fuck. That would probably bring the rating beyond a 13 plus, right? So it's just so I can do that. That's the whole thing. That's the whole reason. But yes, hi, Roy, it's good to see you. We are the baby king, the son of the amazing king that we used to have. He's I love he's outside on his fucking regent still. Like she's just crunk, like she's moving the prison with her or whatever. Like we're just transporting her around. She's not allowed to come out. I guess she would be technically under house arrest anyway, because I think they default to house arrest. So we could bring her with us on the hunt, but she has to be in. Actually, she probably would be back at the capital, but it does look like she's come with us. It's very funny. Right, I'm gonna check that out in a second, whatever that is. The baby, let's go. Gonna have to add a profanity warning now. Am I? I hope not. I was watching someone yesterday and she had excessive tobacco use as one of the warnings. Can't we just have a can't we just use a regular age rating? Or whatever. It just seems frustrating. It probably doesn't matter. It probably is fine. I'm probably just complaining for nothing. I'm warm and tired, so it all seems quite frustrating to me, especially for a website that's like so opposed to actually using age stuff correctly. What it really wants to do is just keep disqualifying people from things for various reasons. They think that because they're doing things the right way, but like the effect of it is that whoever wants to just like ruin someone's day can do that, because that's what it's like on every other social media. That the rules just end up supporting whatever majority, not even majority, whatever upper class thing, and anybody that seems to break that rule, who isn't in the upper class, gets punished, and the people in the upper class get to break the rule hundreds of times a day. Gearing up for slur warnings. I think they would just do excessive language or something. Excessive means the stream may be oft hidden in a cloud of smoke. I've seen people that smoke that much on stream that I could see that being a thing. Okay, so someone's just declared war on us. Who is it? Uh-oh. It's a Viking from Island. Jylland? I was told it's called Jutland when I was there, because it juts out. And Copenhagen's like in this bit, so it's the Denmark that's not Denmark. It is in the modern day Denmark, but it is from a different group of people. They're all considered the same culture now, I guess. I don't know. Right. I'm gonna keep going to the hunt, even though I am quite scared about this, because potentially this child is allied to any of the Norse up here. To Valken, Renard, you are weak and I am strong. There is no other justification needed for me to come and take what I wish. You're 9. You're even younger than I thought you would be. You're honest and rowdy. See, that seems like a good time. Someone's honest and rowdy. No, it doesn't. Right, yeah, okay. So we're at war again, and I guess that's them? Or are they not here yet? Or is that them now? No, that's the other war. That's the other war that's going on. Fuck's sake. Okay, let's figure this out. Can we call in the dynasty members to stop this Viking invasion, please? Because I have a weird feeling like that could get out of hand very quickly. Come on, everybody. Come on, everyone. Felt like boofing up a cigarette, and then the smoke shrouds the stream. Yeah. Ironically, you almost used the word that got you banned in Rocket League. What word got you banned in Rocket League? Do you mean currently banned in Rocket League? Because in which case, I challenge you to game of Rocket League. You have 1 hour to respond. If I don't see you in Rocket League, I win automatically. Cigarette wood. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, here, see, in this stream, I'm allowed to call myself a faggot, and I can say that and get away with that. I've seen a lot of quite empowering stuff identifying as that, and I think it's very interesting. I didn't really get called that much, though. I mostly got called gay. But that's fine to me. That word's fine. Not if you report me. Taki, if you report me, I'll never come back. I don't. I'm sure it will be like, listen, actually, he's a Rosemary. You know, you're a streamer and everything, and you make us money, but we got 50 reports, and we see that you've been banned in 50 different channels, and they all said that you were evil. So we're actually gonna block your bank details so that you can't work on Twitch, even if you make a new account. And I'll go, oh no. then I won't get a payout like I didn't this month either. Discourse over who can say asterisk, 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 and who can't was quite intense. Almost cracked Tumblr in two. Every so often it happens. I think some people on Tumblr just have bad like reading. Oh, my glasses still on. Bad reading comprehension. But then I also think there are people who deliberately are like, you know, what things will queers argue about, and try to sort of drive those further. Just be careful. I'll be fine. To be honest, I think in that situation, what I would probably do is just start contacting everybody that I knew, like every single streamer I knew, to just try and cause a big fuss. And to be honest, they unban people anyway, so pretty quickly. I've not seen them permanently ban anybody, except for in extreme cases. But then there's also been extreme cases where they've done nothing, so, you know. You sadly had to report someone yesterday in controversy of strong anti-grass principles. I don't think it counts as grassing if someone is, like, doing something that anybody, regardless of them being an authority... Grassing is about authorities, right? If someone's, like, being a bigot, it's everybody's duty to stop that person being a bigot. Oh, is queer a slow one? Yeah, no. Queer identity is how we ended up with all of the sort of gender identity theories that we have now. That's something that came out of the 70s. Of like, I think it was something like, it used to be, everyone was like gay rights, and then they were like gay, lesbian, bi rights, and then there was AIDS, and lesbians, despite being kind of pushed out of queer movements, or except I guess they wouldn't be called that at the time, worked very hard to sort of treat people who had AIDS because no one was going to do it. So that's why L is at the front of LGBT, because they were like, you were treated poorly and you still came through for us. But then why is T after that? Because T got included because they were like, we recognize that you seem to be at the forefront of most of these movements, which is true and is still true. Not that I'm saying we don't need to rearrange the letters. It's fine. But it is interesting how then everything after T is people who like have even less recognition potentially, like intersex people and asexual people, aromantic people, and something else that begins with A, and then the Q for queer, although it kind of sometimes means questioning, which that's fine. A does not mean ally. Anyone that says that owes me 10 grand. And then we'll see if they can be an ally then, right? True allyship means putting yourself in danger so that someone else isn't in danger. That's what it means to do that, right? A is actually for atheists. You're like the Netherlands and World War One, watching all and getting secondhand PTSD from it all. Your favourite is confusing Twitter arguments when dykes score for Scotland and trends. Yeah, it's funny, sometimes when words are the same meaning or whatever. Right, we've gotten to this hunt that has almost no chance of success. Jean assembles the party as the sun rises over the camp in the flatlands near Bellick. The local gamekeepers have scoured the vicinity for recent tracks and fumes that aren't human, because like we said, there was recently a battle here. Stalks the forest, snatching livestock from nearby villages and terrorizing gatherers. What? What does? Just says it stalks the... Let's get out there. Oh, it's a bear. Ultimately, Count Antoine decided he wanted to hunt a bear today. We're missing some text here. This happens quite a lot. I don't know how much they proofread this game. Less so spelling errors. I feel like I've seen one spelling error. But a lot of sort of contextual things, I think. Did not say that you invoice you 10k to redress the balance. That's not how that works. It's Pride Month. You gotta give the money to me. I'm just gonna be right back 1 second. I just really need to get some water. 2 secs. I'm not gonna put be right back screen. I'm just gonna be right back. I'm back. The City Pride's on Sunday. You bought a roll of 500 heart-shaped stickers, a harness, and a rainbow makeup stick. You're ready to march. My city's pride got cancelled. I didn't know that was allowed to happen, but it is apparently. I think there's been a lot of fights about. Certainly pre-pandemic, I went to Pride in 2018 or 2019. It probably would have been 2018. And maybe it would have been 2019. Anyway, there was this whole thing where they were saying they weren't gonna have cops there, and then like loads of other people kicked off about it, and then they ended up having cops anyway. So there was kind of almost like a rival Pride going on at the same time. But this year, I guess it was. I think it got cancelled for the pandemic, I guess. But then it's also cancelled this year because it seems like nobody could come up with an agreement. But it also, I think it's something to do with like just how heavily regulated a lot of things are to do with Pride, because they have to have permission to do it. And then they ended up even introducing this thing where they were like, they had to inspect every placard to approve it. I'm like, just fucking have a protest, right? And let that be our Pride. Then Pride was never official. The way that Pride started in so many places, and still is in some places, is people fucking run into the street, go way, and then fucking run away so they don't get murdered. Why are we? Who cares? We can't not have Pride. That's so weird. So there is a alternate sort of queer Pride. I don't know anything to do with the specifics about. I don't know when it's happening, except for that it's happening next month. This is first Pride of ours since the pandemic that hasn't been sponsored by the pigs, although I assume they'll be there. Yeah, just to fucking walk around. You always thought we should arrange it so it could be a single bat. One of those quill bats. Sorry, into a single word quill bats. Yeah. I think we can just say queer now, but also have to know all of the letters. LGBTQIA plus asterisk. That's as far as we got. But I'm trying to think if there's any identities that are like, you know, we get into sort of asexual stuff, and people are getting punished for that, which obviously shows that they're, you know, the more visible we are, the more that seems to happen. What would be after that? I don't know. I personally think that polyamory should be in there. Because it almost always overlaps with queer people anyway. I don't think there exists a polycule that's completely straight, right? I mean, well, there probably does if it's like 2 people, 3 people. I don't know. They always seem to not be. Whatever we need to do to stop it being gay and friends. It doesn't feel like that to me. But then I guess, I don't know, that's because I've been identifying with queer so much. It's just so short and easy. It makes sense. And it's, you know, because it's like, well, we've got B and L, so I guess bi lesbians are in there, but like, how do we say like, I get gender fluid. Where's the fluidity part? That's probably what the next bit will be, right? F for fluid. LGBTQIA plus F. LGBTQIAF plus. There we go. F for fluid. Because that could be fluid gender, that could be fluid sexuality. I feel like I got more of a fluid sexuality than a fluid gender, but I do have a little bit of a fluid gender. Oops. Ah, shit. I closed that, whatever that was. Bring it back. My acquaintance Jean spots us watching from afar, its body taut, ready to run. Oh, the bear, sorry. I'm so tired, I do apologize. Oh, I missed Tarky's stuff. Fair play, I'll invoice you in March. What the fuck? Is the streamer? Is she going back? Fuck, what's happening? What if someone real saw that? And by real, I mean, what if someone new came in and saw that? And was like, oh no, what's wrong? That would actually, to be honest, that would probably make them stay, because they would want to see what the conclusion of that was. Right, let's go hunt a bear that will almost certainly go wrong. Plus with all our swords out. Officially not real. You're not, unless you're a new viewer or a new sub, you're not real to me. No, not at all. That means there are no rules. I mean, I don't want there to be many rules, if possible. I remember when Is Demisexual Queer was going around on Tumblr too. Yes, obviously. Hi, Two Kings Mikey. It's been quite a lively and interesting chat. I hope so. It seems like something that would let people in to enjoy themselves. Welcome, we are... this is Renard II, the boy king, although I guess he's an adult-ish. He's 17. They consider adults to be 16 in this. Has become king of Asturias, that has endured many wars and is in 2 wars right now, technically, although the second war hasn't shown up and the first war is probably soon to be over. And Renard has gone on a hunt, although he's taking as long as possible to go home because from his perspective, his father would just go on hunts forever. So he's like, well, now I can do it, it's my turn. Spanish islands, Asturias. Asturias is the northern kingdoms in Spain. I intentionally took it because I'm trying to stop the formation of Europe and white supremacy, which does start in Spain. The first time the word Europe is used is to refer to all of the white people committing atrocities against the brown people there. That's where the word Europe comes from. That's not talked about much because so many things fucking fall into place when you realize what everything is and you're like, oh god. But I love learning about this. I love subverting history by finding the truth of it, you know? Rules be nice, no Nazi frogs. Also, you must convert to iconoclasm or be damned. So I guess you can convert to iconoclasm. You can not convert to iconoclasm if there's no rules. The Nazi frog ones, even if there's no authority from which to derive authority from, I will still be fucking stamping out Nazis. And Nazi paraphernalia. I will still be there in the muck, rooting them out. Because it has to be done. If nothing else is done, that's the last. If everything is just a fucking bleak 40k hellscape, it still needs to be done. When you've got no hope left and you all live in a giant clock with huge gears that crush you down and you're fucking trying to hold it together, it still has to be done. So even when there's no rules, there's still me, fucking fighting Nazis, I guess. I don't even like. I want to because I have to, but I don't want to. It's just one of these necessities in my life. I keep running into them all the time and being like, how come there's these people that behave in this certain way all the time? Hopefully none of my comments put anyone off on the stream. May never stop screaming at me. I mean, if this monitor breaks, you'll be hearing a screaming sound all the time because it's like, ee. Just very happy being a weird little pagan in a forest in Scandinavian Crusader Kings 3. I think it would be very fun to not ever expand your territory and just try and see how long you can go for. But I don't play it like that. I play it like I want to paint the whole map one colour. Although I'm not really doing that so much this time. But then I've not really had the chance to. Most of the places that we've created or been a part of have broken up. So, seems like historically we're doing some good work here. Meant to write streamer, but your hands are shaking. Aw. I don't believe you, but if I did, I would be like, oh, Taki, you don't have to be afraid. It's okay. We're the same. We're the same, you and me. Every streamer is actually a villain. That's not true. Right, so we're chasing after this bear. Still. Oh! Everything that could go wrong seemed to do so, but there were silver linings to be found. We return home from the bear's hunt in glory. I got to keep the bear claws, which what do they do? Prestige. That's good. I don't get as stressed. I look at the stressful things in my life and I clutch my bear claws and I remember that time we all killed a bear, and also again I like a bear knight. I got a little knight who's I'm the knight of the bear. Having defeated a bear, you have unlocked me. Imagine someone saying that to you in real life. You have unlocked me. Here's the key to my knight suit. You may open it up and see inside. You have unlocked me. Bear claws are some kind of American donut. Yes, that's true. Didn't know how the pastries. Very good. Both of you made the same joke. Good job. You made the easiest joke it was possible to make when hearing bear claw. Ooh, a donut. It's called a donut, don't you know? Hey, that kind of sounds like donut. No, I'm kidding. We got loads of prestige, which is fantastic because now we can do a very important job, which is we send a letter and we say, Dear Asterius and all who rule there, including my regent who's in house arrest, I guess. Please make me more powerful. By the way, I won't be coming back from the hunt for... hang on. Can you tell me... It's weird I can still customize the route. I imagine probably 100 days, I think. I will not be back for 100 days. Please make me more powerful. Pass this law. Which means we can go to the prison. We can get Queen Mother Beatrice. And we start ripping their titles off. Right. Because of your rebellion, I'll be taking the country of Asturias to Aveto from you. Yep, because you're a criminal, you have to accept. I see to my liege. I see no choice but to bow to your decision to strip me of the country of Asturias to Avedo, a word I can't say despite ruling it. Neg champion, no, it's definitely a neg. I don't even remember what I said. I can't be held accountable. My memory is like 4 seconds long. I stopped looking at chat and I just see this. There's so much text on the screen, to be fair. It probably is actually a thing. So I can't take the country of Bavaria. Oh, because it's contested in a war? Whose war? Who's... Oh! Oh! This whole time! That little 9-year-old Viking boy with fucking 3,000, almost 3,000 soldiers to his name, terrifying for a 9-year-old, has decided, rather than take a claim on this part of the country, or even this part, which was actually owned by people similar to him, or this bit, he's decided, no, we're going to fight the furthest away part of your country from both you and I. I mean, that's not a bad idea, to be fair. He says, fuck, I was doing some work, is she negging again? Listen, negging is a specific thing, right? It's for, like, when you're trying to, I guess, date people. I mean, it's just gaslighting, but with, like, negativity. Still saying I can call in allies. You can transfer Herloin Montague to Ademar. Montague. Oh, it's Herloin the Second. Why are you in prison? Oh. What do you do? Why are you in prison with a North Scottish or whatever ruler? Oh yeah, by the way, everybody, you see this bit of Scotland here? I don't think they went quite so far as it, but they definitely did take over this bit. You know when Scottish people are like, oh, we haven't been invaded since the Romans and even they failed. See, your history's not, don't know your history there. I know you did marry into a lot of those people later, but they definitely did come in and take over some stuff. I guess the argument is it wasn't Scotland then or something. I don't know. But that did happen post the Romans. Also, you were taken over by England, and I know you're like, yes, we married in or whatever it was, or James the First or whatever. There were several wars preceding that. I'm not on England's side. I hate England as much as anyone from Scotland, sometimes more, in fact. I'm not defending England. I'm just saying, if your national identity is tied to have never being invaded, since the Romans or prior to that ever, please be historically accurate. It's very important. Scotland get negged. Are you gaslighting me right now by claiming you're not negging? It's so fucked up. I hate every word of that, Taki. Chuck him in the water. Let's have a look. Do we have any people we can chuck in the water? Oops. We still have 2 prisoners. We still got this person as a prisoner. Can't do anything about that. I don't know why you're in prison at all. I don't know what you did. I wish it would tell me what your crime was. But maybe that's just reflection of the times. You get in jail and it's just assumed you're evil, so... Oh, we can torture you, but we're not gonna do that, are we? Hang on, let me just check at his stats. Cynical calm. Yeah, no, he's not gonna do that. He's not there yet. Let's recruit him. Oh, we can't get a hook, but we can recruit him. So we will. Because more people in the court seems decent. Nicholas condemned from jail. Nicholas is a bit busy at the moment. Getting arrested and not arrested back and forth. I think maybe people don't realize, or at least I don't know the ins and outs of everything, but I see that she's being fucked with, and I think that people forget that just because she quit like her job or whatever doesn't mean that she has no political power or friends or anything like that. So I think each time they keep trying to ruin her, and then she calls somebody and then they get her like unarrested or whatever. But I do suspect that this is all because of the trans stuff, that she tried to use it as a bargaining chip for independence, and forgetting that she was in the UK and it didn't work out. But also a lot of things. I think her being a woman is definitely a big part of it. I think there's loads of people who are like annoyed and maybe got like showed up that are like just trying to ruin her repeatedly. But also, again, I like her more than many politicians, but she is still a politician, and we shouldn't forget that. Fair play turning it back on torch. You didn't know you had it in you. You had it in you, fucked it. I didn't have it in me. Wales is more tragic. Yeah, poor Wales. Everybody, I mean, I feel like Ireland's had a worse time than Wales. But not as much as you might think, right? But whenever like Scotland or Ireland are like, England was awful to us, and then they like point at Wales, England was awful to us. Hey, we didn't choose this. Oh, I'm betrothed, am I? I forgot I was betrothed. Let me go and look at that. 1 second. Who's this? Who are you related to? Oh, Bavaria. Bavaria's worth some amount of troops. Also, the children will be mine too, so if all the rest of them die, that'll be pretty good. Yep. We'll accept the marriage. Thanks, Queen Williberg. Tier list of suffering for the British Isles. Yeah, Scotland has it the easiest other than England. I would say that certain parts of Scotland have it easier than certain parts of the north of England, or like specifically Liverpool, or certain people in like Cornwall and stuff like that. I would say there's like bits and parts and stuff, because if we really did split the UK into pieces, I don't think that England would just be a whole solid thing, because it's not. So that's kind of a mix. Yeah, then I guess it would go Wales Islands and then Northern Ireland. I know that Ireland isn't in the UK, but it's like most. I don't know. Actually, Northern Ireland had it worse. I probably would have it worse, right? Because there's more fucking stuff happens. I'm thinking more of like Cromwell and stuff. I don't know. My history's not so great. This tier list wasn't great. Yeah, it looks like Liverpool's back on top by being near the bottom. English absolute scummers. Kinda. The little people of England, people without status, those people are fucking fantastic, right? But that's the thing, right? It's the big fucking wheel of imperialism crushing everybody, and there's all these people left in its wake and stuff. So like, yeah, obviously them. But any authority in England at all for anything is like massive fucking as prickish as possible. Even fucking like councillors, like the lowest level in political office and stuff. You think the north of Hinckley should be separated from the south of England? Where's Hinckley? Also, Hinckley, what a name. Hinckley. Leicestershire. That's like that's Midlands, isn't it? So like, oh, here it is. So somewhere around here. I think it should be separated from the south of England. Well, everybody in the Midlands is like... Oh, interesting. Mercia is basically Midland shaped. Huh. Huh. Because then the South Yorkshire basically ends around here because we've got Sheffield. There's stuff further south, but like... If you go... I was born about there. I was born somewhere around there, and I moved to there. God, that really doesn't seem like that much at all, because it's not. I've only really lived in such a small part of the country, but so much of the country looks and seems exactly the same. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of maybe let the Midlands be its own thing, to be honest. Because they don't think they're north or south. We have a North England, a Middle England, and a South England. And I mean, can we just separate it to Mercia and Essex and Wessex and East Anglia? A lot of wheel crushing imagery today. Might be worth adding crushed by the figurative wheels of a justice tag for discoverability. I think that's too long of a tag. I don't think I would be allowed to do that. Right. Renard has got married. He's still travelling away from the hunt. Procession has ground to a halt, a stone's throw away from Blay. I look over at my fellow traveller Peredir, dismounted and intently staring at something in the ground. The other entourage members have gathered around him. Peredir looks up as I approach. My lord, there is an ant path here. I may be a tad superstitious, but you should never cross an ant path. He pauses. My great-grandmother did, and she never returned home. Okay. You suck. We could find another path, and I spend some prestige. Or I can take over, and he doesn't like it, and I get stressed. And it might fail. Fine, we'll go round. With my marriage to Queen Adelheid, who is 21, I'm 17. He's like, I looked out. I can't believe I get to marry a girl. Yay! The realm expects us to throw a suitably extravagant wedding celebration. It is well within my right to collect a royal aid duty as part of this, but some may consider it tasteless to levy an extra tax during a time of jubilation. Gain some money. We do need money. Gain some prestige. No, we'll get some money. Everyone pay for the wedding! In the midst of war. That we should be winning, but we're not for some reason. It's 50%. Ah, fuck. The Bedian King Renaud of Asturias, I call upon you to honor our alliance and join us in the war for Princess Katharina's claim on the Kingdom of Bavaria. All right, who? Oh, she looks hot. Is it because she's drunk? She's got a red face, and I associate that with blush. Zealous, fickle, gluttonous, adequate bargainer, drunkard. She has claims to Bavaria, to Bohemia, the Duchy of Bavaria, and a bunch of counties. Because you were daughter of Arnulf of Bavaria. Oh, your sister is Queen of Bohemia. This is complicated. But your other sister is Queen of Bavaria. Can I get alliances of any of these people? I don't think so. At least this one, right? Negotiate alliance? No. Because they've already got so many alliances. Dang it. Yeah, sure, we'll join this war that we have no intention of showing up for. Especially considering our own wars. But, yeah, sure. I almost wonder if the game should include some sort of, like, negative for not properly showing up to people's wars. Because otherwise there's no reason to go to anyone else's wars, except for, I guess, to change the, I guess because it's your ally, you want them to stay powerful, so you have troops to call in for your own things. So I guess there's the self-interest there, I suppose. It seems that our caravan has got a little lost in these foreign lands. Damn it, I was worried we'd get lost in the mountains. Sarrazin has been traveling around Izurum for hours. And though she has at last swallowed her pride and asked for directions, she does not appear to be an expert Basque speaker. Let me try and speak Basque. The journey was delayed for 7 days. How badly do you have to fuck up to do that? Bougie. Oh look, we're traveling through a place that's being attacked. Hello, please stop attacking my country. Anyway, bye. I'm going to Santiago. Santiago. We did it. Oh my god, he grew a beard! Sorry, I got so excited because it's enormous. He went to Santiago. He went to Santiago and immediately grew a beard. I guess because he got 18. He's like, I'm a man, a real man. Yeah, amazing. Don't know why that happened, but it's great. Alright, let's see if we can redirect this army a little bit. We have 3 wars. Oh yeah, that's the other war. I don't need to worry about that. Renard looks like a lovely woodland creature with that beard. I think he did spend a little bit of time in the forest when he was growing up as a child. So he's dyed it with leaves or something. Didn't expect him to live through childhood, to be honest. Come back. Come back and fight me. Uh-oh. Oh, we're in the sea. We're in the sea. Oh, quite in the sea. The choppy waters are enough to make any experienced sailor seasick. As we roll back and forth on the waves, the people on the ship are slowly moving to seek shelter below. I noticed Sarrazin looking over the railing before turning to make her way towards the hull deck. But before anyone has time to react, the ship hurls sideways and she falls into the dark water. Ah, shit! We need to save her. Almost certainly fails. Or she gets injured. There's no time. I'll save her myself. You know what? He's having a moment, right? This is his first new friend since childhood. He's like, no, actually. Well, because he picked her out. He's like, you're so skilled. I need you on my court. He's gonna save her. He cares about her. It doesn't seem like... Oh no, I did get wounded, but I did save her. Also, fucking Regent is still on the ship. Behind bars. I like to think maybe it's not even a full cage. It's just the front bars, and she just picks them up and moves them around with her. Just have to keep the appearances. Seagulls make you instinctively guard your chips lest they steal them. That's quite funny that that's a thing. There's seagulls in Sheffield at the moment. Occasionally they move inland because the difference in temperature or something. I'm not really sure. But they were definitely like overhead. And they do stay here sometimes, like for a while. It's weird. Because we're no coast here. Right. We are seeming to we are kind of losing this Viking invasion thing. Probably need to get down there pretty quickly. Right, yeah, go wait, where did my allies go? Oh, they're just behind me, good. I was scared then. I was like, I don't know if I could do this with 750 troops. We'll do my best, but since leaving home nearly a year ago, I have seen highs and lows, reveled in the wind blowing from my hair, and lamented the rocks in my boots. There are so many places, so many things I've yet to see. Out there on the open road, I feel truly free of the stuffy castle, if only for a little while. The roads are full of pilgrims and wanderers. Perhaps it is among them that I find peace of mind. Gain the trait traveler. Hey, I mean, if it's making him happy, why are we going home, you know? Why don't we modify this a little bit more? We're going to Canterbury, but, fuck it, you know? Where else can we travel to of significance? Let's go to Aix-la-Chapelle. There we go. And then let's also go... Let's just start fucking going to capitals. Like, how bad could it be? Kronenberg, did it say? Frankfurt. I need to see the fly. And also the thing. Those are both Kronenberg, right? Yeah, just start going to all these capitals. Prague. He's realized he wants to be kind of a wanderer king. He likes the excitement of it. He likes seeing all these new places. I'm just gonna send him. I'm gonna send him around the world. That's probably enough to start coming back again. I think I don't want to get too far. Travel route deviation 160. No, you can't go out. It's too far. Ah, I have to close some of them. 87, 60. You know, maybe we'll just have to do another journey. 4 days over maximum. Fine. We'll settle for going for Frankfurt. Okay. It's a little bit of a deviation. But I mean, maybe he's gonna do a pilgrimage next because he wants to be on the road again. Seagulls he had in Aberystwyth are so fucking mental, so big. Yeah, no, they've got pretty sizable wingspans. They're big birds. They're like, aren't they like kind of related to albatrosses or something? And those birds can get kind of big, or have big wingspan anyway. As we traverse the grasslands, trudging through the dirt, we encounter a modest wayward shrine. Naively carved, it sports a cross at its head, and below the weathered words, "Here lays Saint Tiberg of Luxembourg, blessed daughter of Clever." Saint Tiberg of Luxembourg? Seems a local spiritual figure is being patronized in these parts, one not sanctioned by the Catholic clergy. Give him some money, and the King of Lothlagia will like us more. Or we could desecrate it to. Now we'll give you 10 coins. Also, we'll come visit you in your palace. Hello. Uh-oh. Our journey is violently what have I got in my hands there? Our journey is violently interrupted by the sound of tearing flesh and gnashing jaws. The desperate cries of a man about to meet his end. The noise is so horrific it must have come from the depths of hell. Attempting to track the source, we find a desperate knight struggling against a wild wolf. His blade is wedged between the beast's jaws, but his grip is beginning to falter. Help him, Richard. This man deserves my help. I'm going to try it. 54% chance of severely injured. You know what? Let's do it. I'm going to save this peasant. Come on. I did it! We beat the wolf. Fantastic. Also, we got this guy, Wilbert the Craven. Doesn't really have any skills, but he's a new friend. Let's pin him. We'll pin anybody that we consider a friend. So we've got Ademar. It does look like he is a friend. Like he's plus 100. Leech defending my title against claimant. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm doing that. That's probably why it's plus 100. Yeah, there was a fairly sizable chance that he would fail to do that, but he did it. Travel, a foreign treat. It's not the first time I catch my night golf here, fiddling around with some flowers he'd been picking along the road. Sometimes I swear I even hear him sighing, overlooking Limburg's holdings. My liege, he says when he notices that I've been observing him. It's not a secret that my heart is... See, this is funny because I have a crush on someone, so I read this and I think about thinking these things about them, and it's making me go, whoa. It's not a secret that my heart has found a new home far from home. Alas, my liege, my soul aches for Engeltrudis. What? Wait. Another Engeltrudis. This is a third generation of Engeltrudis. Oh my god. The twists and turns. There's only so many characters in this world. And it wouldn't have happened if we hadn't gone to visit. God, yeah, no, I mean, let's look at his stats. Oh, he's awful. He's the shitty guy. Engeltrudis. You don't like this guy, do you? No. Or at least it's not public if you do. No, I can't let this happen. I'm gonna have to tell him no. Unless we can bring Engeltrudis back to our court. We're gonna use this to get No, we're not. I'm confused. I can't think what to do. Let's look at Engeltrudis. The third. Arrogant. Just. Forgiving. Insightful thinker. Okay, it's stewardship. Much else really going for you? Your dad is the king of East Transia. Your mom is Engeltrudis II. He's also my player heir, interestingly. Until I have a child, anyway. You're coming home with me, and that gives me stress because I'm compassionate. Who am I to interfere with higher matters? Gufia leaves. It doesn't say anything about making things better for Engeltrudis. He just likes her. I don't know if they even know each other. Digital style. We want to nick Engeltrudis. Let's nick Engeltrudis. We're nicking my niece. Come with us, niece. Listen, you don't have to kiss the night boy, especially if you don't like him. Oh god, we're being attacked by Vikings in our home. We probably should do something about that. The Hermit. Grotto emerges from the vegetation like a stone arch in a cathedral. On its entry there's a small wooden table and a stall. Someone has left a lantern burning it. Careful, my liege. Sarrazine holds up her arm in front of my chest. There are bandits in these lands. You're quick to make accusations! A dimly illuminated figure stands in the entrance of the cave. I'm merely a hermit, and you must be a king! Yes. Let's get another hermit. He's 80 years old. Oh my gosh, fantastic. I gain stress because I'm cynical. Nah, come join my entourage. Right. Need to figure out these wars. So I think we'll conquer that, and then we'll fight that, and then we definitely need to go back to the capital. Travel. Where's my hermit? Prince Bishop Central gives us a warm reception when we come to his keep. However, his guards seem to chuckle murmur when they see us pointing to the entourage. My dear King Renaud, it's such an honor to welcome you at my... Wait, what are you doing with my hermit? Why don't we see who you decide to serve? 99% I convince Orson, because he has 0 diplomacy, and I have 14. So, yeah, why don't you see? We convince Orson to stay as my garden hermit. There we go. Oh, and we got a new perk, so we can pick the first one of any of this list. Can use claim throne scheme against your liege. I don't have a liege. Reduce costs. We can collect taxes faster, I think. Demand payment for hooks. Let's do that. Not because it's particularly good, but it does potentially unlock some other ones. And I don't have any hooks, but if I did, I can ask my head of faith for gold. Why? How? What? Because of my faith? Every zealot loses opinion of you for doing that. Maybe. I'll think about that. Ask your head of faith for claims as well. Oh, that's interesting. We'll have to see. That must be... I must have just reached a certain level of piety or something. You can swing the scales of power. Your mother and regent is getting influential. Can we leverage piety now? Ah, we can. Listen, I'm ordained by the Pope, who's ordained by God to be the king. I should be the king, is what I say to my council. Scales of swing is dropped to a low level, and the regent has fewer borrowed powers. Interesting. What else should we be doing? Do we get alliance with our brother-in-law yet? Nope. Isn't like he just no, like the whole list of things was like no. Okay, so we can't do that. We need to keep an eye on this because there's a lot going on here. Right. Travel, chop. This massive chopping block in the middle of the logging camp of Cambrai has seen much use. It looks like it's always been there, even before man walked this earth. My shoulders are tense, and my form trembles slightly from the built-up stress as I approach the magnificent wooden trunk. I carefully place a piece of discarded timber at the podium, and in one swift motion, I raise my axe. And you can just go, nah. Greatly reduce your stress. Is he stressed? He's a little stressed. Let's do it. Reduce some stress, but I got sore muscles. Truly, a stroll through Rouen is a gift from God. The tranquility of this place is suddenly and abruptly broken by the furious grunts and clattering of armor. Hark! Get me out of this metal prison! My squires took offense at my manner, going so far as even to call me heartless, and has abandoned me. Whatever this strange man did, it could not have justified being stuck forever in his armor. Of course, I could have someone help him, but is it worth it? I do wish there was a few more events, because I am noticing repeats of like a lot of these. You could probably mod that though fairly easily. Also, I accidentally took off a key off my keyboard and I can't tell which way around it's supposed to go because this keyboard's a bit weird about the directions of things. Does it go this way? It looks like it probably goes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, fine. Assuming there's a huge pack of events. We can't be doing that every couple of months for that. Consider the Armagon for price and to gain a wheat hook. Offer him loyal squires for his fealty. Is he good at being a knight? No, he's awful at being a knight. He's got a bunch of random skills, but yeah, we'll Who's Hamlin Fournier? Oh, that's the same guy. Yeah, give me some money. And also, seeing as I've got a hook, can I then demand payment? He doesn't have enough gold. He doesn't have any gold. He's still a wandering man with no armor. Right, this siege is nearly done here. At long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving back in Rouen after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the call of the road beckons ever onwards. My caravan master, Sarrazin, reports we have journeyed for 521 days and traversed 87 baronies. Thank God I can go inside again. Nice. But we'll have a little break. Oh, look at my kingly gear. Holy shit. I'm not even a particularly big kingdom. It feels a bit sort of a bit too fancy, but I guess I am the king. Right, let's put a stop to this siege here. And then we need to go up there. Count Lazo might join the war for Princess Katrina's claim. Who are you? Who are you? Oh, this guy. Oh, someone that borders might join the war. Presumably on the other side. That'd be good, because then I can fight them and get war score for them without actually having to do anything. Pow, pow. Yay. Okay, that was pretty decisive. That really helped up the war score, but we should have gone to Rouen a long time ago. Because they're about to fucking siege the capital down and they're very close to doing it. Please hurry. Please hurry. No! I should never have gone home. I should have stayed on the road forever. I've been imprisoned by a child. He's 10 years old. That's the end of the war. Which means he's gonna take these 2 provinces off me. No! He's 10 now, but still, no! 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 This wouldn't have happened if I just immediately left home again. Yep, end of the war. Miserable King Renard. May your years be short and miserable. This war has gone too long. I'm glad to put an end to it. No! The Vikings are fucking invading. Don't get imprisoned in any war. The thing is, we were late by like a few days, right? We could, incompetence. My own human incompetence. We did get a new perk though. Like, oh, I didn't spend the old perk. Weird. Okay. Oh no, we got a perk in a different chain. Interesting. Use befriend scheme. Children receive 1 to 3 extra skill points. That's not bad. Monthly prestige per dread goes up. That's interesting because I have a fair amount of dread. Sorry, I've got like hiccups or something. Hate to be a silly sauce, but you're over your domestic limit. You can gift 1 to your relative, otherwise you have a load of penalties. Just for 1 isn't so bad. It's once you get to like 3 over, it starts to get really negative. But I will have a look at that because you said that. We could send some really good gifts. We could be better at swaying. I'm gonna get the Dread Prestige one because I don't think we're gonna get any of the diplomacy points anytime soon. Yeah, let's see. Minus 10 vassal opinion, 20% less levies. Eh. What relatives do I have? My half sister is also in jail. Why? I can't pay rent. Oh, because we're at war. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we should really end this war, huh? Can't believe it. I got imprisoned for the. You know what? Actually, he's been shaken by that. He didn't like that. He's as soon as possible. He's gonna go on a pilgrimage, and he's not fucking coming back for a long time. I don't have any money. Okay, he's gonna sit around and wait for a bit then. We won the war against Queen Wilhelmina of Bavaria. Nice. Oh, I guess we got some prestige, even though we didn't do anything. Is that not where to capture it? 74% war score. This war will be over soon. Let's get straight to the incest. No! I try so hard. I'm so uncomfortable with the concept of incest. every opportunity I have in any game, even if it's like an advantage, at least in this game anyway, to choose it, I don't choose it because I just hate it so much. But I don't know. I guess it's one of those things like, I don't know. My muscle, Maya Martin. Who has a fucking, like that's like being called like Bob the Builder, or Aaron the Accountant, or like Mark the job begins with M. Mayor again, I guess. You made little freaks of your incest infatuation. Incest infatuation? Should that be incest infatuation? Or is fatuation a word? I don't know. It's 100% valid to not be okay with incest, to be honest. The thing is, it's just like people bring it up so much, especially if they are like TV writers for some reason. I keep having to fucking check myself and say like, am I missing something? Did we decide it was okay? Is there some reason why it's okay? Because I don't know any reason why it would be okay. It doesn't seem to be okay. Why is, oh fuck, my glasses have fallen apart again. Damn it. I already have one lollipop stick holding this thing together. I'm gonna have to put a second one. Or I could buy a pair of glasses. I do know how to do that now. It wouldn't be that difficult. I just need to measure them. Infatuation. Oh, okay. Incest infatuation. That's like the worst name for a band ever. That would be a French band. Sorry, that's kind of a joke. Mayor Martin. My name's Martin. I'm also a knight. Mayor Martin. I'm a mayor. Known for his incest in Venery, brings rumors of beasts spotted in my realm. Oh, interesting. We could have a hunt, right? We could get a bunch of people. It's probably a bear by the sounds of it. Oh, we don't have much money though. You only see it in historical adjacent media, fantasy or not. Dexter is pretty big in that one. Yeah, obviously Game of Thrones, and then the House of the Dragon, where I think they forgot that it's supposed to be bad. Well, they kind of forgot it's supposed to be bad in Game of Thrones as well. Anything else? It gets the understandable reaction from the cast. Does it? Does it though? Can we change the? Can we own more things? Is that a thing we can do yet? January the 14th, 933, which is it's like 16 years, more than 16 years. 18 years from now. French culture does not have the royal prerogative innovation. Oh, okay. So I can't do that. Game of Friends, everyone's just hanging left, right, and center. Kinda. At least at first. And then I think everybody got better contracts where they didn't have to do that anymore. Because HBO is kind of weird about that. And honestly, also very, like, against sex workers, despite the fact that, like, you know, like, if you're doing sex, I guess it's not sex. I don't know. It gets into a weird space. HBO tries to pretend it's all sexy and stuff, but like they're not very good to sex workers, and they're not very good to actors, and they consider actors that do the sex stuff to be below the other actors. I didn't really said regular actors there. It's very weird. I feel like there's a route to do what they want with that without being weird about it, to be honest. Oh, weird. Soul Muscles goes here for some reason. There's like 2 little bonuses. What am I doing? We're ending this war. Please end this war. Broadbent thinks to stereotype the American South. American South white people, yes, actually, there's a higher rate of that. That's you know, a bit of a stereotype that's landed in truth. But that's generally one of these. There are things that white people do more, like not wash and commit incest. They are higher rates. Unfortunately, this is not a stereotype. This is true. We're bad. Obviously, not every single person is like that, but the rate of it is definitely higher. I will say, there is kind of a thing in the USA of saying that the American South is bad, even for things that like aren't their fault necessarily, or like apparently there's this whole thing of like, because Republicans have such a stranglehold despite not really having the popular vote or anything really, it's a lot of gerrymandering and things like that, which come from a legacy of trying to recreate the Confederacy. Basically, they've made all these bad rules which have made it less democratic. But a lot of apparently Democrats are like, well, you voted for them, so you get to suffer kind of mentality towards when anything bad happens there, which is not good. If you're supposed to be the good guys, right, you gotta be compassionate. Remember being on a bus going to Wacken Open Air, you reading in the first ASOIF series. Northern Irish lad came up to me saying he was going to be an extra in a TV show. I was like, okay, sure, buddy, whatever. I don't know what Wacken Open Air or ASOIF is, but they sound interesting. Oh no, speaking of incest. The King of Brittany says, I propose a betrothal. I propose... what is his voice? Hello. I propose a betrothal between my son, Gergus de Poyle, and your niece, Engeltrudis Carlin Albach. So why is this... It says children born into his house, there's a medium chance of them being inbred. Now, why would that be? Who's he related to? Are you related to anybody that we know? What's the incest part of that? The inbred part of that? Where's that coming from? What's up with House Poor? I don't understand that. People too busy treating team politics like Democrats are the good guys. Yeah, well, they're supposed to be. But then everybody will think they are, right? They aren't automatically. They're the lesser of two evils. They're not always evil. Wacken is a metal festival. ASOIF is a Song of Ice and Fire. Ah, okay. Oh, as in yeah, no, I mean, they did employ a lot of extras. And also they did employ a lot of people in Northern Ireland as well. I think a reason why there's so much like artifacts and armor and stuff is because specifically there's a lot of people who still for various reasons will practice different ways of like blacksmithing and crafting and leatherworking and all of those sorts of things, which are very good for making costumes of that era. So it was apparently very good for Northern Ireland. So almost certainly he was telling the truth. But I guess you were like, no, because maybe you didn't know the TV show was coming out. The incest warning is still bugged. It counts normal marriages as blood relations. Are they just all like, is this like they're related but it's like 50 generations back? Would that be enough to cause a problem? You're already pre-wound up on how much people are going to act like we've sorted everything when Keith takes over as PM. He can't. He has to. He won't take over as Prime Minister because he won't let the Tories lose. The reason that he's there, really, other than sexism, is to keep the Tories in power because he is the Tory. Or he's just the most incompetent person imaginable, right? Yeah, I hate him too. Remember how much like publicity sorry, I can't remember anybody's name in politics for a second here. Hang on. Who's the nice old guy that we all like that's in Labour? It's like a backbencher that like genuinely does like get arrested at protests and stuff. What's his fucking name? I don't remember. Oh my god, it's been burned out of my brain. The tabloids have got to me. He was getting so much press all the time. You barely see Stallman's face at all. Not Jed Colombo. He's in Labour. Shut up. Didn't doubt him, just thought it wouldn't take off. He also started being a bit sick by the time we reached Cologne. Oh no, Dennis Skinner, no. No, you know who I'm talking about. It's not Colombo, it's not any of that. Fucking the guy that got accused of anti-Semitism because he placed a wreath in the wrong place or something. But didn't actually, because that wasn't the thing he was doing. Corbyn! For fuck's sake. Jeremy Corbyn, yes. I couldn't. Janet Coburn. I forgot Corbyn's name. Listen, I'm really tired. It's a hot day. My glasses are falling apart. I look at all these names I'm having to read out and remember. Listen, this is a genuine thing. I am that bad of names. I am genuinely that bad of names. I don't remember the name of somebody that I saw the other day who I've known for years. And the only way that I'm going to remember their name is by looking them up on Facebook and seeing their picture. Is this a neurodivergent thing? I don't know. But I really do forget names like that. It's that bad. Anyway. Oh. Right. Engeltrude's getting married to Brittany would be bad for me. So no. I'm not gonna do that. Can we actually? But Engeltrude is still in our court, I guess. Excuse me. Engeltrude is the third. Where is she? She might leave my court. Let's get her married to someone good. Let's get a matrilineal marriage. Let's get a really powerful matrilineal marriage. What are you in charge of? Fucking nothing. Pisa? Louis? Drama? Oh wait, but you're a mayor. That's not even... You don't even own any land. Also, you're a steward. Oh, fine. Okay, there's no matrilineal marriages, I guess. Marry into Venice. Duke of Mesopotamia seems alright. He's 23. He's honest, he's generous, he's just. He seems good. He seems like a good match for you. Let's get you married. Will this gain me an alliance? Can I make it matrilineal, please? No. Okay, fine. There we go. We've married Engeltrude the third away. Change your next in-game child to Colombo, please. No, we have to keep... The historical ones are funny enough. Unless there's some kind... Unless you can medievalize the name Colombo. There probably was a Colombo in medieval times. And I don't mean the character of Colombo. Gosh, like Kingdom Colombo Deliverance. It basically is that. Really changed, forgetting Corbyn's name, deciding I want to get into Joy Division after studying Curtis was a Tory. No, I wanted to listen to the music. Oh yeah, that was the thing. I remember I was like, what was with that in Roscoe's where like I didn't even at you. I just saw that someone was atting you. And like being like, Tarky, like doing the thing that you do but back at you, and I was like, good. And then you added me, like you psychically knew I was reading it. What was it? How did you determine to do that? That was so confusing to me. I think there was an Irish monk called Columba. I think they watched it back in the day, so it should be okay. Watched what back in the day? Sorry. Chat turned to be like a pack of wild dogs. You had it coming, Taki. I was like two people. I think it's like Richard and then Liam Greenjacket, I think. See, I remember their name. I remember their names. Oh, we got an alliance out of that. Fantastic. Now, isn't that interesting? Just because she's my niece. Oh, Bavaria. Oh, Bavaria showed up to beat up all the enemies there. Alternative reading. Oh, Colombo. Sorry, Colombo. Yes. Columbo genuinely scares the wealthy more than Starmer. No, that's true. In a dusty corner of a library, I find a tome, bound in leather and inscribed with weird symbols, partially hidden behind other books. It is old, but has obviously seen more recent use. As I leaf through it, I quickly come to the realization that it deals with some unconventional knowledge. Let's read it or give it to the priests. Now I'll read it. We're cynical. What are the priests gonna do with it? Burn it. Why does Renaud look older than me? He's 19 and I'm 33. Why are you crying about that? Isn't that a good thing? Don't you want to look young? Because the thing about looking old is everyone will eventually look old, right? Unless they die. Sorry. Everyone, that's gonna happen eventually, right? So like, if you're worried about, oh, when am I gonna look old? I want to look old. You just wait. It's fine. I think Renaud looks older than you because when he went to Santiago, for some reason he decided to grow a beard, and I think he did it. I don't think that's a real beard. I mean, I will never attempt to grow a beard ever again, thankfully. But even when I did, I did have a fake beard, I would have never have been able to get to something like that. So, like, I don't think that's like several years of beard as well. I don't think it's a real beard. I think he's cheating. He's still a 19-year-old under there. What about Lennon? He's as smooth as they snuffed it. Is he? Does he still look like that? Can we see Lennon's corpse? Oh my god, there's loads of pictures. Hang on. Hey, look, it's a corpse. I guess. Yep. That's what it looks like. Still dead. He doesn't look very dead though, does he? It looks like he could just wake up. That's weird. Don't know if it's TOS. It's fine. It's fine. There's dead people in this game. You know, it's fine. Twitch loves Lennon, presumably. I don't like Lennon. I'll tell you why. I think if he was a proper communist, he would not have ruled communist Russia. And he would not have put everyone in prison that helped with the revolution. And he would not have, you know, basically paved the way for Stalin. I get it. There's this whole idea that, like, you need a central person for a revolution stuff. I don't believe that. I think that it can, you know, influence things. But, I'm not a Marxist-Leninist. I'm not even a Marxist, to be honest. There's so many good things in the Communist Manifesto, right? And there's loads of like interesting insights and stuff like that. And a lot of it is kind of theory that maybe already existed that's sort of like more formalized. But I don't believe in his idea of like there has to be a vanguard and stuff, because the point of the central point of communism is supposed to be about ending all of the class differences between people. So then you're saying, oh, we need there to be a class difference between these people in our movement to have no classes. I'm like, that's like saying anarcho-capitalist, basically. Yet again, return to my objection. Communists have a secret police force that uses torture. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. It's weird though, because I will look at that link. It's a Bing image. So Taki loves Bing. Is this a picture of early Stalin? When he was like 18 or whatever. Obviously people were like, oh, let's follow that guy because he's really attractive. People do that all the time. Move from Chrome to Edge. Feel like a goose. Why? If you move from Chrome to Edge, you're essentially moving from Chrome to a Chromium browser. So you actually are still in Chrome. The only one that isn't is Firefox, and that may sound weird, but it's true. Opera, Safari, Edge, I think, Chrome, all use Chromium, so they're all Chrome browsers. New romantic era. People do that a lot on Twitter. What, like pictures of Stalin? Yeah, no, Stalin's a huge fucking bastard. But I think if you don't like Stalin, you shouldn't like Lenin either. I think it's just because it's like synonymous with revolution. So I think people like Lenin because they like the revolution. But he became the Tsar. He very clearly became the Tsar. It just wasn't called the Tsar anymore, and it wasn't hereditary. Oh, a lot of people follow people look attractive. Yeah. But I mean, especially in like leadership positions, there's a bias that people have, humans have, that they'll think attractive people are better at leading or whatever. It's a nightmare for you to get around. Okay, okay, Taki. Wait, no, I'm actually in favor of this. I think that you should. I think that you should big up yourself. What's going on here? Spouse leaving an impression. Mayor Bernard is coming to Rouen to pay me tribute. However, Queen Adelheim suggests a military display could ensure continued loyalty. Seeing your overwhelming might would make anyone think twice if treason ever crossed their mind, my wife points out. Yes, Bernard will see soldiers everywhere he turns. Gains cowled vassal. Bernard becomes more susceptible to dread. A regular parade should suffice. Sure, just a regular old parade. There's no reason to scare the shit out of him. Have we won this war yet or what? Rosie negged me when I said it was attractive. No, I reverse negged you. Who's this? Zimia joined my court. I don't remember who this is, but I feel like we're connected somehow. What the fuck is this guy's name? Oh, that's right, they got married. Prince Germhillen Mab Hessedren of Brittany. Right, okay. And my courtier, I guess, who is related to France. Maybe I shouldn't have let them marry, because that could potentially give them some big alliances. Negging the prince, not too. I don't neg everything. You're negging me, I think. What is and isn't a neg? Please let us win this war. It's been going on since this boy was a child, I think. No, yeah, it's been going on since he was a child. I'm pretty sure that Aquitaine is like changed shapes. Whoa, France is getting big, huh? King or peasant, high or low. I love that he's still got his huge cloak on top of his like sick clothes. In the end, we are all mortals. I was reminded of this as I woke coughing in the early morning hours, a dull ache pounding through my head and throat. You seem to be under the weather, says Archbishop, who's also sick. Let me get out of bed. You also seem to be sick, my lords. I know some remedies, and they worked for me. I'm healthy as can be. Do no more than is necessary, please. Volkers insisted that my humors were out of balance, and the best way to restore them would be through bloodletting. Uh-oh. After consulting the astronomical charts, uh-oh. I know it's not the same, but whenever people talk about astrology and stuff, when people talk about star signs, and I know that loads of people use it in an innocent kind of way where they're like, it's just fun to map these things together, but these things are attached to movements that genuinely try to convince people that like they're different because of when they were born, which is very weird. And then it goes on to like fake medicines and fake cures and stuff. And then it keeps on going into conspiracies, and then that keeps on going into fascism. I'm not saying it's like one-to-one, and I'm sure that people can enjoy these things without necessarily doing that, but it is very much like anything that distracts people, not distracts, diverts people from the true path of science. No, I don't know. It just, I'm always extremely wary of it. You hate when people use it for fun too. I mean, I don't like it, but if they're just using it for fun, I can't stop that. You've been listening to a biography of Stalin by Simon Sebag Montefiore. Really recommend it. It really highlights the craziness leading up to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. I probably should. For something, I mean, if I'm going to keep talking about it and having opinions of it, eventually I'm going to run into someone that disagrees, that actually knows what they're talking about, and they're going to assume that they're right because they know more about it. Or I prove myself, I don't know, I don't think I'll prove myself wrong. I don't think the gulags didn't exist, but you know what I mean. I expand my understanding. I think that would be very important. She doesn't even know the name. Oh, negging. Don't let her knock your parents. I still have a thing for bald men. Listen, I never said anything against bald men. In terms of it, excuse me. You're gonna buy eggs. Thanks for the stream. If you don't return, you're gonna fall into an egg cup, and you're never gonna be able to get out. Sorry. Have fun. Anyway, bloodletting, and I seem fine. I'm sorry. Immediately after saying it as well, bald men are like eggs. I didn't say it. I didn't. It just, sorry, it was too easy. Just as fragile. Yay! One of the 2 crying emotes I have. Why do I have 2 crying emotes? I made the eyes one. We've got eyes on here, right? Yeah, we do. And then I was just messing around and I made a cry one and I thought it looked good, so that's why we have 2 crying emotes. I'll probably get rid of the second crying emote. You leave. Bye. See you later. As a balding man, I feel attacked. No, listen, I love everybody's heads. Don't think that anyone's heads are lesser, please. I'm so sorry. As I woke this morning, observed the first rays of sunshine. It took me a moment to realize I'd slept soundly for the first time in weeks. I did not wake up coughing once. I love how, like, the music's like it's the end of the film about Renard. And it was on that day, as I woke this morning and observed the first rays of sunshine. Took me a moment. The music stopped. It doesn't work without the music. I wasn't coughing anymore. Yeah, I'm glad to be well. I don't know what the equivalent of this accent would be in French, right? To English. You know how sometimes they do parallel casting for stuff sometimes where when they're trying to invoke a certain, like, idea, but it's like a different language. They'll pick it, when they translate it, they'll try to pick an accent that would make sense to that. They sort of did that for The Witcher 3, sort of. But then they also didn't do it in many ways. Has a very Elder Scrolls Oblivion feel with the music. It's a lot more RPG, this one. Which I think is a good part of Crusader Kings. It's made it unique and compared to the other Paradox games. It's found its own feet immediately. As I open my eyes in the dark, I'm immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone watching me? Are you ready to embrace the truth, Renard? I sit up, suddenly completely awake. I look around for the source of the unfamiliar woman's voice, but there are only shadows. The Horn God offers you his blessings. Will you accept it? I get to be a secret witch. Or no, piss off. Why would he want to be a witch? I think he would probably be a little scared of the idea. So no, also get out of my bedroom. Fuck off. He's not really crossed the point where I think he would feel that he needed. I can end my entrenched regency. All for nothing. Right, there we go. You're no longer regent. Sorry, you've been in prison for some time. Wolves? Oh, that's what that was. Oh, and we been invited to a hunt. Ransom that person. Yeah, let's go to that hunt. It's not that far away. We'll just go. There we go. That costs 36. It's like across the road. He could jog there if he wanted to. My vassal, Lord Mayor Philippe, is hosting a hunt in Mortagne. My vassal, Lord Mayor Philippe, is hosting a hunt in Mortagne, and the time has come to so depart. I should be able to proudly represent the House of Demonstrate. I'm sorry, France, but also not a little bit. This should be good sport if the event is properly organized. I can't wait. Philippe flop. Journeying through. No, we're not going to keep doing it. Journeying through Harcourt. I pass a peculiar looking tent, splayed open with yet more peculiar looking occupant inside. Come in now, mighty king. I can tell you have many miles to go, and I can offer you a reading of your future travels for a modest price. I get stressed because I'm cynical. No, I give you some coin. Good omens for 5 years. Fantastic. I knew you were gonna say sorry, France. Actually, you know what? No, that wasn't exactly what I said. Give me some credit. As we trek through Harcourt, our caravan stopped at a clearing bordered by dancing reeds. I assume they just mean a type of reed that like blows in the wind and looks like it's dancing. But I've never seen that or experienced that in my life, or at least I'm not aware of having experienced that. So when they say dancing reeds, I'm like, what? What like people dressed up as reeds? Because that's a kind of, I feel like medieval people would dress up as reeds. They're always dressing up as plants, for events and stuff. Oh, also, did you know the summer solstice was yesterday? So that's the longest day in the year because the sun's because the way that we're tipped. That's a big medieval event. Proceed towards the commotion, only to find Richard and Endelfred. Sorry? Endifed. Although it's Breton, so it's probably Endelfred. Having an irate row. And that is how I managed to get out of such a desperate situation when I visited Harcourt before. This actually reminds me of another story. Not another world, Richard. Enthid interjects. Listen to your stories all day. I'm sorry. I'd be damned if I hear another one. God hasten our journey. Come on, surely you can be friends. I'm pretty good at diplomacy. I could probably solve this. Hey, I did. I managed to settle their differences. And it made me a more seasoned traveler as a result. Oh, am I sick again? Why am I still got sore muscles. I don't think I'm sick. I don't see why am I in this weird like sack. So, oh, I guess it's a royal sack because it does have like imagery on it. So maybe it's just my royal sack. I don't know. The smell of decay hits my nostrils like a pungent punch. The livestock don't look well as I glance at the immediate pastures of Lisieux. Those are just your clothes. It just feels very. It's the same shade, and he's like holding his hands like he's like oh. So it made me think he was sick. The peasants working here drag their feet and aimlessly wander around, trying to look busy. Their clear lack of motivation and morale is rubbing off on the entire population. What the fuck? Like looking at a peasant having a break and he's like, this is rubbing off on the entire populace. The development of the area has clearly come to a standstill. I shudder in disbelief as the local leader, Marco, approaches me. What a mismanaged hole. Excuse me? I could immediately go, a blind pig could run this better. And she does absorb the critique. Or I have better things to do. Now, remember that my father, Renard I, took a journey up here and like ruined a farm for basically a generation. So I think I'm better than him in this aspect though. He is still, you know, there is a little thing in his head of like trying to measure up to his father, but seeing as he's already a king, I think he's not so worried about that. But he is in this area, he's like, no, I can do this. Oh, he failed. What arrogance does the king have to think he is better than his father? Mismanaged pastures for 15 years. And it's within my own territory as well, so I get the negative from that. They had a 20% chance of failure. That's like nothing. Right, we finally made it to the hunt. What an eventful journey already. Look at this guy! He's fucking fancy mustache and beard and hair. Lord Mayor Philippe. Yeah, we started the hunt. We're going to hunt a hart. It's a little dangerous. Oh, Adamar's here. As we amble in a group, I hear Lord Mayor Philippe behind me, hissing from atop his hunting steed. Look at that loathsome knave. He points at my vassal, Duke Adamar, who seems to be having a hard time bearing the insults. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, as much of a like mess that Adamar is, he is trying his best. So I can fucking belt him, and he thinks that's rude. He only thinks that's rude. I would be furious. Oh no, I can fucking spank him with the belt. What the fuck? Or I can just tell him off and say, listen, come on. I'm not gonna spank him. But just tell him off. Just a regular diplomatic thing. And we bonded because of it. Fantastic. Lord Mayor Philippe's huntsmen say they know the place of the beast's covert and the nearby waterholes and grazings the hart frequents. Our host thinks for a minute before agreeing we should sneak up on the unwitting beasts. So be it. There is something majestic about the way the hart grazes across the landscape. Hidden in the leafy bushes, I raise my bow. I hear Lord Mayor Philippe cry, "Quick, Renard, take the shot!" Mayor Bernard slowly takes aim, the hart cocking its head as though in anticipation. The ale sails past it. And also the arrow. Why are we just chucking things at this hart? No wonder it ran away. We failed to hunt the hart. But I did get... Wait, no, hang on. The party seemed to be beset by every misery that Satan could conjure. By moments relieved to leave the hills behind me. We returned home from the deer hunt in glory. Oh, so we did actually succeed in the end. I got to keep some antlers. Thanks. Fantastic. I need to check this character's inventory, actually. Because I don't know if he's, like, wearing everything. Yeah, he's got the famed healing water and the Masterwick Torah. Where's the other... Oh, did I not get those? Was that only for the guy who's in charge? Or was it just there was a chance to get it? Okay, so I guess I didn't get that then. It's known that the people of Felice seem to profess a special devotion towards their knights. Oh, it's one of the... You know, God, there must be so much fucking water around here. Are you good at being... You're good at being a knight. Just join our court. Fuck off with the water. I've got 2 holy waters. You can have a drink if you want. It's 30 years old. Oh, we're lost. As we managed to get through a dangerous path in Hakor. Oh, that was the place that we were arguing about before. We decide to rest for the night. As I walk around the encampment, suddenly a strange feeling that someone is missing bothers me. I ask around and everyone seems to agree on one thing, that they don't remember seeing Gulheim all day. Or Gulham. Gulham. Is this Gulham? I don't know who you are. Oh, wait, are you the guy I recruited? I mean, I should do, because you seem like you're a pretty good knight. And you're a forest fighter as well, which is interesting. Speaking of knights... Oh, we've got 10 out of 10 knights, okay. Wait. Did I get my bonus knight for having... Oh, no, I don't, never mind. Don't worry about it. He was keeping the rearguard as we entered a war-torn province. I suppose that wasn't the best idea, knowing his bravado. It's probably somewhere gunning for the front lines, unless he got lost in the wetlands. What battle? There's no battle been here for years. We could go find him. Lose stress because I'm compassionate. Yeah, let's go find him. He seems useful. I'll find him myself. Which one's more successful? Grows close to forming a rivalry. And I get ill. We'll mount a search party then. Yeah, we found him. But he didn't like that. At long last, I'm finally home. There's nothing better than arriving in Rouen after a long journey. I look forward to resting for some time, but the cold of the road beckons ever onwards. The caravan master reports that we've journeyed for 99 days. Really? I guess a lot of that would have just been hunting. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Hi, Luna Sky. We're playing the son of the guy that I originally started with. He's Renard II, and he survived many wars in his childhood, except for this one that's still somehow ongoing. To keep the title of Asturias, although Vikings did take Prava, and Cantabria split off. We'll need to invade Glacia, and we'll need to invade this place. I don't know about Barcelona. I don't really want to touch Barcelona because I like Barcelona. I went to Barcelona, it was nice. Not for the reasons you would expect. Suddenly feel like this game could be cool. It is cool. My culture has joined the early medieval era. New innovations are available. Huh? What does that mean? Show me. What? I think it just means more options are available. Oh yeah, wasn't there a thing where... Oh. Hang on. How do I find this? Right, there's me. And my culture, French. Duke Hugo of Anjou. No! He's considered the cultural head? My father's worst... One of my father's worst enemies? Hang on. You've got to be fucking kidding me. He's 79, he's still alive, but he's considered the... I guess it's... I mean, it seems like he owns most of France. Since we moved out of France to become our own kingdom, he's fucking almost conquered the whole thing. What the fuck? What strange developments. He's a legend. Yeah, no, I mean, he's a... Oh, I accidentally... Hang on. Oh. I accidentally set it to controller by nudging my controller for a second then. It's a very annoying thing. Yeah, lustful, just, and vengeful. Lusty, justy. And loads of other things. His learning is fucking 32. No wonder. He's like personally writing the culture in his own bedroom. And fuck me, he's got loads of alliances. Oh my god, he's gonna attack us. Unless he dies, I guess. But even then, I think his children will probably have enough alliances to attack it. Yeah, no, he'll die soon. He'll cock it. I nearly read that as Tarky. He'll Tarky in a few years. He'll talk it. Come back. Come back. I want to end this war. I don't know why it's gone on for so long. Should have ended. Please. Right, just fucking attack the capital or whatever. Is this capital? Oh, they seem to be wanting to siege that one. That's fine, we can siege both. Let me see. When did this war... It started 17 years ago! He's 21 and it started 17 years ago. You would feel pretty good if you ended a war that had been going on your whole life, right? You would feel very cool. Let's get a new perk. Take someone into someone's name into a verb is the ultimate neg. What a spiteful thing to say. So we can get more money from vassals. We can get more income whilst we're at war. We can extort subjects for money. We can get better at collecting taxes, building costs, claim throne. We're never gonna need to use that, really. Seeing as we're always constantly at war and it never ends, then there we go, 10% increase in wealth during war. Also, we do kind of need it right now because we're still running out of money. It's like the war's going to eventually end because we run out of money after years and years and years. Renard's beard is looking more and more like scampy knickknacks. Alright. I guess. Oh, thank fuck, we finally, by taking a single province in their lands, we have finally ended a 17-year war. 17 years. And also, like, at anywhere, any of these places, at any point, a big army could show down and start attacking. But over a series of 17 years, I just... And it wasn't even a big war, it was just like a little local, like, oh, we would like to take your province. Board mods ads. More immersion for governments and culture, mainly total conversion mods for Lord of the Rings or AGOT. Is that a Game of Thrones? Really, Game of Thrones, if you use the proper like acronym thing, should be GT, because of the and A are usually not included in anagrams, I guess. If they're short, maybe. Anyway, we've finally ended this war. I don't think you even started this. You are 17. You were born when this war started. Your old dead dad started this war. But 178 gold, fantastic. Forced demands, there we go. We did it. We ended all wars. Fucking send our troops home. Our troops, and it's like fucking Afghanistan, right? Where they're like, son walked the same patrol as his dad's. Because he now also is there, and he was born when the war started. Go home. Ransom? Who are you ransoming? Billachildis! My half sister. 50? Okay. Indebted hook, that's cool. Betrothed can marry. Oh, Billachildis, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You were in prison for so long. You couldn't marry. You're 33. You could have gotten married if this 17... You... Oh my god. Oh, how long were you in prison for? Oh, the cruelty of our times. You're still humble and trusting, but you're cynical, reclusive, flagellant, drunken, and scarred. I'm so sorry, Billachildis. To be fair, you were probably in house arrest rather than an actual dungeon. But you were basically kept in like Queen Mary kind of thing, like in a tower. I'm so sorry. It might be too late for you to have kids. He's been waiting this whole time. He's resentful. Yeah, get your marriage, I guess. Good grief. I'm sorry, Billachildis. I know you're like the second daughter and everything, but I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's get this marriage. Thanks! Thanks, I've been waiting! Thanks for my wife! Good grief, I've been waiting! Like looks like his, gotta be careful his, brother doesn't take over. The Rogrona's dynasty is known far and wide. Amazing. Oop. Some of my counselors believe the job is theirs by right of blood and influence alone. How wrong they are! I expect results, yet I'm often disappointed. After a longer day, I'm complaining to Adelheid when she interrupts me. Let me do something about it, husband. A few lessons might sharpen their wits. Alright, who needs help? It's learning, intrigue, or martial. Let's have a little look at the council. Oh, we don't have a chancellor or a steward. So let's first You're the Chancellor. Hey, Adamar! Do you want this fucking job? No one else will do it. Steward? Come on. May Bernard! You're a knight. Come and raise money for me. Excuse me, sorry. I ate loads of pasta and then I had some pizza immediately afterwards because I didn't know that I was getting pizza. 3 stress-related traits. She must have been there for over 2 decades. Yeah, basically. A Song of Ice and Fire is the official Necroman, supposedly. Yeah. Well, it should be like it should be like Sif, Song of Ice and Fire. That's how you're supposed to do acronyms, but they don't. No one does anymore like that. I say no one. I mean, how long have I been using acronyms? How long have I been alive? Acronyms started in October '92. Let's get learning. I want to be the cultural center. I don't want my father's rival to be the cultural center. So please, everybody, get better at being cultured, please. Please. Wait, did I pick culture? Yeah, I did. All right, we can ransom Mayor somebody. Why are you in prison? Oh, because of Aquatine. How long have you been in prison? Oh my god, let you go. Oh my god. Have I had people in prison for hundreds of years? Not hundreds of years, really, but like this guy. He's been in house arrest for 4 years. Why? Yeah, there we go. You're free. No one in prison. Abolish prisons. As if. Very good. Wow, I don't know what to do with the peacetime. You know what? It's time. I think it's time for him to finally go on the fucking journey that he's always wanted to go on. He's gonna go on a pilgrimage. Gonna go on a hell of a pilgrimage. We're gonna go on a worldly pilgrimage because he's not really interested in religion and stuff. He just wants to travel like a fuck load of distance because he thinks it's his right as a king. Alright. So, the destination that's the furthest one possible, Jerusalem. Now, we will not be taking a direct route. We will be customizing the route. We will be going to places we've not been before, I suppose. Ooh, we can go to Gloucestershire. And that will be considered good for stewardship, I guess, because there's a bunch of money there or something. Yeah, off to Gloucestershire. I mean, we could visit. Wait, there's a Kingdom of Ireland? Let's see if we can visit here. Come on. Kingdom of Ireland. Oh yeah, I don't like that song anymore because the guy that sung it was transphobic and also streamed Hogwarts Legacy and told my friend to kill themselves, which is very unbecoming of a celebrity of any kind, I think. So I've gone off that. Oh, Roskilde! That's a place I've been in real life! That's where I got my passport stolen! Let's go to Roskilde! There we go. Yeah, and then we'll go down to Misny and Prague, which seems dangerous for some reason. I mean, there's probably a war or something. Oh, and then we could, yeah, we go to Kaslav. That'll be good for me. And then we'll go to Brno. Yes. Visegrad. This would make this as far as possible, right? To visit as many capitals. Can we then go? Can we go even further to Vladimir? Volodymyr. Yep, there we go. And then Can we go even further than it would kind of be taking the piss? But I actually really want to take the piss. Like, can we go to fucking Cartier? Can we go all the way out there? To Uzun. Yeah, across the desert. Fucking, we'll become the most traveled person of our era. Let's do it. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, we'll go down to here. Just get loads of diplomacy points. And then up to here. It looks like it's making a circle. Wait, does it go down? Yeah, no, it goes down and then it goes... Oh, I see, because it's trying to direct it to other places. Should we go all the way up here? Do you... Ah, it's too much. It's too much of a journey. Okay. Can we then just direct it back down again? Can we go to Turkey? Turkey. It's not actually Turkey. It's like where Turkish culture comes from. Can we go down to Nishapur? It's saying the deviation's too long. We're gonna take one out. I think we gotta take this stuff up in Turkey out, unfortunately. What's it called? Is it this one? Oops. I didn't change it. Oops. There we go. Yeah, so we then visit here. I don't like that there's a maximum. I get what kind of why there is, but it's frustration. It's frustration. Yep, and then we cross here. We're gonna visit all these mosques if we can. There we go. Yeah, and then you go, and then you come through up to Jerusalem this way. But first we go here. No, I wanted to go down that way because it looked more fun. Don't go up. Go like this way. Yeah, there we go. That's the fun way. And then we go to Jerusalem, then we go to home. Ah, except this is 22 days over. So I guess I have to get rid of that one then. Okay, well that's our journey. Haha, look at this. Up to here, across to here, down here, through here, down here, across to here. Fucking Folgana Eriksson, get out my way. We're going on a journey that will surely change him. We will need, I mean, I've got Mercenary Guard, so I feel like we're not gonna get beaten up. But desert is something that we travel through a lot in this journey, so I'm wondering if it's worth getting a desert warrior. Yeah, that makes most of the journey a lot safer. We'll just everything else we'll just take on the nose, right? It'll be fine. It does cost 242 though, so I'm not sure if they'll let me. Because I don't have 55 gold. Ah, come on. Can we unpause and raise some money? We can, okay. Is there anybody, do we have anybody that we can, hang on. No, I don't want to close it. I just want more money. I need 50 more money. Got a hook on Richard. Can we get money out of the hook? Where's the demand payment? He doesn't have any gold, for fuck's sake. I've drawn it. I don't want to change it. We'll make the days go faster. We get more money. $160. It's not going up very fast. Available Dynasty Legacy. Oh, because everybody loves us. We're so renowned. We've already got the Dread thing. Is there anything that will give us more money? Like reduce pilgrimage cost or something? Or fertile? He's not had any kids yet. Fuck it, I guess he's gonna be more fertile. There we go. Bartonous loins. I guess we could make it cheaper by not hiring mercenary guards, but I feel like every single time we come across anything dangerous, it's gonna beat us up. So we just need 38. What options we got? Reflection. Yes. Pilgrim. Appropriate. We cut that to make it cheaper? No. Any way that we can reduce the cost. And some might say, you know, oh god, these places become very dangerous without mercenaries. I'll say that much. Oh. Oh. It just needs more money. I don't want to rewrite it because I just wrote it is the thing. I've studied the Oil Vulgar language for many moons. I personally penned this missive using the Oil Vulgar script, a letter of friendship from a speaker of Brythonic. I wish for future diplomacy dealings to benefit us greatly. Oh, okay, nice. King of Brittany. Good job. Thanks for the letter. Longest pilgrimage in human history. See, there's this thing. I think that Thorgunna Eriksson, who is the wife of Leif Erikson, is actually the explorer, because she did a pilgrimage to Jerusalem, but she also went all the way to Canada with Leif Erikson. So I suspect that she's may actually be the reason why he was big into adventuring, because she was like, let's fucking travel as much as we possibly can, and he was like, I guess I know this place. Or it probably even helped them get married, because I think she was a noble somewhere around here or something. I've discovered that Count Hoyland's inherited contract obliges to more than you have collected. Okay. Increase the feudal taxes. More money for me? Please? I noticed the danger seems to change as well. I guess it depends on like country control and war and stuff. These people got married, good for them. I wish I could open the decisions page at the same time, because I don't want to rewrite it is the problem, but I can't leave this menu because it will just delete it all. We're missing 9. Although really I need another thing. We've got to have mercenary guards, right? As I push the sheets aside to lay down, I find a little scroll resting on my bolster. Is that a scroll on your bolster, or are you pleased to see me? Someone has entered my chambers unnoticed. A chill runs my spine as I carefully unroll the thick parchment. My noble stallion, lord of my heart. I can keep my feelings secret no longer. From this day on I will do everything in my power to prove my loyal affection. We'll see each other soon. Until then, dream of me, my love. Eternally yours, Isabel. Oh, she's from Barcelona. Gardener, thrifty clerk, lazy, vengeful, compassionate. Oh, I don't like, look at that, vengeful. Leif Erikson, the guy from the SpongeBob day. Yes, he's credited with being a great explorer because his, I seem to recall his dad was like so much of a prick that he got, did he get kicked out of Greenland or did he get kicked out of Iceland? I think he kept getting kicked out of places. So he sort of accidentally rediscovered the northern route between Iceland, Greenland, and Canada. And then Leif Erikson would just go back and forth, mostly picking people up that got lost on the way. I think I might have some of the details of that the wrong way around. But I think his wife, Thorgunna, who was a noble from somewhere around here, I'm not sure, because she went to Jerusalem, therefore she probably went further than Leif Erikson ever did. So I think maybe she was the explorer traveler person and was like, hey, you know, let's get married and go wild places and stuff. I might be mixing some details up. Anyway, she deserves recognition. Tell her to not romance me. I don't know, maybe she'll give me money. So I'm gonna not do anything about it. We could start the pilgrimage. really do want mercenary guards, because look how dangerous it gets here. 100% chance of danger, 100% chance of danger, 100% chance of danger. Ooh, a stewardship perk. Lord Renard, my noble stallion. My guest Isabel is kneeling in the dust before me, right hand above her heart. That's my left hand. My only desire is to bring you honor and happiness. Pray tell me, how can I prove my love for you? Money? Money? I can get a pet dog or cat. A jeweled necklace. This gives me prestige. A rare orchid. Or just enough. I want a pet. One pet, please. Yeah, mercenary guards. That doesn't actually make any of that much safer. Well, it's 33 instead of 100%, so I guess it does make it safer. Oh, we can start the pilgrimage. Yes! Yes! Hooray! All the while preparing for my journey, I've had this sense of serenity and knowing everything will be alright. I'm pleased to embark on this pilgrimage to Jerusalem in order to get closer to God, and now, more than ever, I feel certain He will watch over me in my travels. Suppose we must. Proof of devotion. I fought long and hard, my sweetness. I wish someone would call me sweetness. Rosie never misses an opportunity to punch down at the hard-working white men of European history. Excuse me, Spike. I can't believe you would even say that as a joke. What hard-working? What? What hard work? As she gently places the basket on my desk. I have a desk? What would be the perfect companion for such a clever and independent creature such as yourself? And it hit me. Nothing would suit you better than a cat. Isabel removes the blanket covering the basket, revealing a little kitten. Looks up to me with its big green eyes and begins to purr. Oh. I will definitely take care of the pet. Cat. The pet cat. Oh, I can name it. Columbo. There we go. We've got a cat called Columbo, and the cat's coming with us. And we immediately run into a storm. The sea storm catches us completely off guard as a lightning-riven sky starts pelting us with rain, and with a sudden thunderous flash, the mastheads burst forth with blue flame, engulfing the vessel in an ethereal light. This is a sign! My panicked Knight Lambert cries, clutching the rigging for dear life, and barely audible above the thrashing sails. We must turn back before it's too late. Lord Geysers, praise me, praise be, and I get stressed because I'm cynical. Oh, the fucking captain of the fucking. Whoops! I killed the captain by directing him to go through the storm. Forgot to put downtrodden. Now you've said it now. My pilgrimage was delayed by 3 months. What? Is it going to take us 3 months to find it? Oh god, that's moving a bit quickly. To find a new captain. Here we are at one of the first locations. We have visited the Forest of Dean mining settlement. Gained experience in seasoned traveler and steward experience. Oh, and we also have a new perk. Make our troops scarier. We can get more taxes from our vassals. Let's do the tax effectiveness one. There we go. Because also I did put us into debt with my extremely selfish decision to travel the world. Or at least the northern part of what we consider the world. Kidderminster! Hey! On our way through Kidderminster, we appear to have... Wait, where's... Hang on. So this bit's Kidderminster. Okay, pretty close to Wales. We appear to have stumbled into a local food market. Everywhere, peasants and nobles of every culture and tongue clamor around exotic food stalls, the air thick with fragrances I had never imagined. My nose is drawn to a lowly stall, stacked with a dish I could only dream of. I'm pulled out of my haze by the halting grasp of Sarrazin. Do not waste your palate on this slot, my lord. Bowls of stew are for peasants. We have finer foods at home. I'm a king, and I want my bowl of stew. Had a good meal for 2 years. I guess we keep making the soup afterwards. The update in August is adding more university stuff, but it's also adding an even higher rank of education, which is coupled with travel bonuses, which is going to make lifestyle experience ridiculously easy to accrue. Interesting. The travel stuff's good. I'm glad they're kind of adding into that. We're over there. Once more, the road ahead is dangerous. For safety, we have to settle for the night. While others set up the camp, I catch Lambert picking up another unknown fruit. I admire your curiosity, Lambert. I smile, but he gives me a mischievous look instead, and then bursts, "Sorry, my liege, but I cannot help myself," as he tries to sink his teeth into the fruit. Just let him eat it. It's a harmless plant after all. Okay. It's like he had a fruit addiction or something. Hey, Dumfries! My gran lived there. I thought it was Scotland. Wait, is it Scotland? Hang on. Oh wait, it is, because it's Dumfries and Galloway, isn't it? What am I thinking of then that's like outside of Scotland but is like kind of Scottish? It's probably just this bit, isn't it? But every morning since we reached Dumfries, my Archbishop Folkers leaves his litter and silently glides away from my sight. What do you mean your litter? What? The time I decide to follow his path and find him in a lively chat with the local Goldie, Erica, who is a Norse thing. People think Carla's in Scotland. There's probably just enough, like, I mean, there will be times when it would have been Scotland, I suppose, in the same way that there'd be times that some of this lower stuff would have been part of England as well, or whatever the kingdom was at the time, I assume. Yeah, so they probably have some similar, like, nicknames for stuff and all that nonsense. Nicknames. What did I mean to say? Dialect stuff. You know, words. God, I'm tired. What time is it? How long are we streaming? We'll stream for a bit more. Archbishop Folkers leaves his litter and silently glides away from my sight. This time, I decide to follow his path and find him in a lively chat with the local Goldie, Erica. The ceremony begins and the light of the candles illuminates Erica while shadows play against the walls like autumn leaves. Folkers, I call to him after the service. What are you doing? My liege, it has just occurred to me that there may be more than one truth. Broaden horizons for 5 years? Hang on, I have to hold it down to, there we go. Different faith opinion, religious vassal opinion. This is nonsense. He gained firm convictions for 5 years and stressful. There's a room for calm debate here. Don't fucking debate him. Or just agree with him. And I get stressful because cynical means anytime he sees a religion, he's like, ah! Oh no, Knights Hospitaller has been established. Ugh. The swamplands of Dugunnon are swarming with tiny dark blood-sucking insects. No matter what we do or where we go, they are there, leeching our blood like a torturous cloud sent by Satan himself. Not only are the horses getting flighty and temperamental, but my entourage as well, especially my courtier Elfgifu, who is furiously flailing her sanguine-covered arms. We can push through the mere insects, drained by mosquitoes, tiny health penalty, or Alfgifu, strip down your walk in front. You will gain 84 stress because you are compassionate. Loses 40 opinions for you. Gains no raiment for 1 year. No, I'm not cruel. Do I hate you? I don't hate you. We'll just push through the insects. Drained by mosquitoes. The end is nigh. As my party passes through a small town, I notice a throng of people filling the market square. At the center, a man stands at an overturned fish cart, shouting wildly to all those who listen. The day of judgment is nigh! Repent! Repent, I say, or you shall be damned for all eternity. The worried-looking townsfolk nervously whisper to each other, fearful of the doomsayer's words. What? I sure am glad this pilgrimage comes with an indulgence. Your pilgrimage becomes more worldly, you lose stress. This man's not a priest casting down. What? What do you mean? Oh, because I'm like, oh, well, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. You can be stressed. I'll be fine. Yeah, fuck it. I'll be fine. I don't have to worry about the end. Roadside Shrine. Fork of the road just outside Silgo, a forlorn insular shrine. A rural church that drifted away from the Roman Catholic orthodoxy some centuries ago. Insular Christianity has lost many of its once distinctive features at the insistence of its mother church. It yet retains a greater emphasis on penance and monasticism, and incorporates many traditional Celtic marriage customs foreign to wider Christendom. A niche shelter of a niche shelters humble offerings left by travellers and locals, surrounded by the remains of countless candles now extinguished. My Archbishop Fulkers scoffs at the sight of it, muttering about the hell. The hell? The hell? The hell? I don't understand why it's written like this. It just keeps happening consistently, and I really don't understand why or how. Give him some money. Tear it down and I'll get stressed because I'm compassionate. The idea of him tearing it down even when he's compassionate, like just bending it over his knee. We'll give some money, sure. Oh no, I took some money. Oops. I stole some money from the shrine. And we went to visit the Kingdom of Ireland, which is a thing. The Kingdom of Ireland has officially formed before the Kingdom of England. Or even... Oh, I think Scotland formed before though. Oh shit, no. Damn it. Fucking push through the mosquitoes again. It's the same way back. Because we're going up to Murray. Not a day in Argyll. Goes by in Argyll when I don't run into a fisherman who has a new piece of information to give me, whether it be on the type of bait to use, where to use fish, or even how to prepare the fish once they're caught. I get a chance to fish myself, with the fishermen showing me the tips and tricks. They all applaud when I finally catch one. Oh. We should talk to them more. Reduces the cost of establishing the dexterous fisherman tradition by 1,000 prestige. Huh? Interesting. What if we applied these fishing tactics to seafaring? Yeah, let's talk to them more and see if that helps. Uh-oh. We're walking among the hills late in the day. The darkness comes suddenly, brought by the dark clouds above us. Then there is a distant, loud rumble of thunder. Soon there is another, combined with a dazing flash of lightning. And another strike, brightly illuminating the area. The afterimage burned into my eyes. I blink and see where the lightning has struck. There is now a quickly expanding brush fire, and it's spreading towards us. We can run and lose stress, or it catches us and wounds us. Or we can put out the fire with a 0% chance of success. Which could kill and injure many people. Yeah, just run. Oh no! Sarazane got injured, and it delayed us by 7 days. Presumably to heal from the burns. The spiritual journey has ground to a literal halt. My caravan master Sarazane is looking around, frantically searching for the way forward, and people are starting to notice. Sarazane's face shifts to a grey nuance when she turns her gaze towards me, looking for answers as to what to do next. We'll let the Lord guide us. And so, all it was is we just needed to go into the ocean. Better that we get lost on land than in the ocean. They're like, are we sure we're going from Alba all the way to Denmark? No! No! Sarazane died! Fuck. Fuck. Fell clouds gather, and I sense fear behind the captain's reassurances. A terrible squall soon engulfs us, lashing the decks. No, my hermit! No, my hermit! Please, please say you didn't die. He's still alive. He just left out of disgust. A terrible squall soon engulfs us, lashing the decks with blistering rain as the ship rolls like a plaything. Oh my god, did I die? I died! I know! No! No! A mighty cracking sound, louder than thunder, like the world itself, behind rent in twain by some dreadful giant, pierces our ears as the vessel buckles beneath our feet. Falkers and I grab each other in terror, watching wide-eyed as a huge wave rushes towards the ship. Ah! I die. Sarazane dies. Falkers dies. Lambert dies. Elfgifu dies. Everybody dies. We're in big trouble now because Engeltrudis II is not married matrilineally. We are in trouble. We're in big trouble here. I can't believe we really did play through his whole life. We really did play from childhood to overcoming wars to wanting to escape all of the court politics and just travel. From growing his big beard, from getting married, from finally ending the 17-year-old war. He's gone. Renard the Fresh. He's gone from a little bit of fucking Norwegian Ocean. Killed in a storm at sea. So, a man of pleasant disposition, sorry. He'll be remembered for his benevolent rule. Aww. Queen Engeltrudis ascends the throne. A crafty and perceptive woman. She'll have no problem gaining leverage where needed. No player heir, and she's 47. So, like, that's gonna be the end of the game. That is gonna be when Engeltrudis dies, presumably. Unless we somehow change the inheritance. That will be the end of the game. I was so looking forward to seeing all these new places and like see what reactions he would get. But he died. Right. Hang on. So many. What's going on? Where is Engeltrudis? Engeltrudis at least is married to, or was. Ah, here we go. To the King of East Francia. But she is a minor queen, I suppose. Realistically. No player of your dynasty. Is there no way I can change this? Can we change the law? Ooh, we could change it to a feudal elective. But I'd still think that would, even if that would change the inheritance of the kingdom, it wouldn't change the fact that her inheritors of her stuff is gonna be her kids, who are not in that family line. So that's gonna be the end. Speaking of the end of the road. I'm sat from my table, about to break my fast, but all hunger has left me. Something feels amiss, and I know this to be true when I see my husband, Frederick, somberly approaching. My queen, a messenger arrived in the night, bearing grievous news, he says softly. I'm afraid your half-brother, King Renaud, was killed in a storm at sea. He was in the North Sea, on the road towards Jerusalem, the opposite direction, when he perished. My condolences. Only possible route to continue is all the current kids die and somehow the new one at 47. Yeah. Break the betrothal. I don't think... unless the fertility is incredibly high, I don't think it's possible. Do not deserve to die so far from home. Okay, that's where we're gonna stop and end it now. I guess the next time we play, it will be Engeltrudis II. But really, Engeltrudis the First. What a adventure for Renaud. I can't believe he died. It's not like, to be fair, I set him up in a like, you know, almost 1-to-1 chance that he would die, basically through all that stuff. How ridiculous. This blue lipstick stays a lot better than the other lipstick I was wearing. What a game! What a game, honestly. It's time to end the stream, isn't it? It's time to get to the end. Is there such a thing as medieval jazz? Do you think we could find medieval jazz? Night Hop Medieval Jazz Quartet. What does it sound like? Alright, okay. What a day, what a day. Yeah, so tomorrow I will be getting my second session of laser hair removal out of 8, although potentially I might need more after that to make it permanent. So I won't be streaming. I probably won't be streaming at all tomorrow because that's how I did it last time. I was so defeated by the laser that I just had to sort of relax for the rest of the day. Hang on, can I turn him down a bit? There we go. So there'll be no stream tomorrow. However, if you are interested, I will be streaming on Saturday instead, and we'll be launching the Skyblock adventure together on Direwolf 1.12.2 version 2.5.0. But usually if you search Direwolf 1.12.2, that usually gets you there. If anyone needs help with that wants to be involved, please talk to me. I will help you. It's not that difficult. And I would like as many people as possible, especially from the community. I mean, everyone that's involved will be in the community. The information is in Discord, so please do check out the Discord. Now give me a second whilst I find someone worthy to raid. There's a few people on. Oh, Slashy's on. I haven't seen Slashy for ages. I will definitely raid Slashy. Slashy, my very good friend. Whew. Yes. Check out my Ko-fi, please. If you have any spare money at all. Or maybe you can sort of steal some from someone else. Because this monitor is... I'm so scared of it dying. I've had it for so long. I've had it for well over 15 years. It should have died a long time ago, and it hasn't. But it's the only monitor I have left. So I need to buy a new monitor, and I'm saving for that. So that's what I'll be doing. Check out YouTube. I'll put this VOD up along with other ones as well. I think I might be a little bit behind of uploading some of those, so I'll be sure to check that out. I'm also considering putting good clips from here onto YouTube and also possibly TikTok as well as a future plan that I have. But I'm still working on that one. Any other links? Any other things? No. Have a great weekend. I'll see people on Saturday. We'll do Minecraft. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. It's a community sort of thing. And then after that, probably next stream will be like Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, I have a secret game. There's a secret game coming up that I've not told anybody about, but it's very exciting, and I'll be streaming that soon. And that might be a bit of a major focus. Bye everybody. Say hi to Slashy.